everything at my peak is potential. Elijah, he told me to keep it simple. Through these instrumentals, I speak to your mental. Red. Back in the booth, rap to the youth, they was lacking the truth. Rap to the seas, they was lacking the roots. Smoked all the trees and they snacking on fruits. Bed, attached to my roof, detached to the roof on the back of the coupe. Back from the future, I'm back in the loop. Red and the blue, yeah, I'm back on my snoop. Niggas be biting, they cracking, they tracking. Niggas be capping, they lacking it. Put a toe tag on the back of they boot. Battle with nukes, I'm attacking they troops. I wrote these bars in Sumerian text. The legends of Mu, I'm Sumerian sets. It was written in Targaryen text. Came to conquer up my various.
Yeah, we got it going on. I bring my niggas together, we transform and become the Voltron. Yeah, we hit it right all our wrong. Hey, yo, we got it going on. Yeah, went through the fire, but it lit up my fuse. I'm blowing up like a bomb. Introduce you to God. Back on the mic, was dead on my back, now I'm back on my life. Came back from the future, went back to it twice. When I rose out the grave, they say that dude is Christ. I'ma shine like a star, I'ma twinkle, twinkle as I light up the sky. The whole world was watching on the night I arrived. The Messiah's here, I guess it's finally time. Swear that I hear every prayer that you say. I was there every day, I was still everything.
Chat, what the hell? Remember, they got a pillar at the Vatican. Pope Pablo, where you at?
You either fight or run. Life a game, I feel like I won. Hey, yo, we got it going on. I bring my niggas together, we transform and become the Voltron. We hit it right all our wrong. Hey, yo, we got it going on. Yeah. Went through the fire, but it lit up my fuse. I'm blowing up like a bomb. Introduce you to God.
From the quantum shadows, a traveler emerges. Fly Sinet, the multi-dimensional hacker, living his hero's journey. He joins the Pantheon at AI Masters Workshop, November 1st and 2nd, hosted by 363 Empire with Red Pillar and Seven Bomar. Tickets, lock yours in now.
This is the law of mental command. It is the understanding that you are not a victim of your thoughts, but a commander of them.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the families, peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Live. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. All right. And that song that you just heard, ladies and gentlemen, that is Going On from the Voltron soundtrack featuring Red Pillar and Cambada. All right. Coming very, very soon. As a matter of fact, I heard that it's getting mixed down on the 3i Atlas. It'll be dropping very soon. Y'all look out for that. As a matter of fact, I want to say it tonight, and I'm going to put it out there that we want to challenge. We're putting it out there to our AI artists that's in the quote unquote network and whatnot. We're putting out the Going On AI video challenge. So if there's a design, if there's an artist out there, if there's an engineer out there, if there's a quote unquote director out there that wants to take that song and make it an AI video, tap in with us. All right. The email is right there and we'll send you all of the information. All right. The song is clean, man. Yeah. The song is clean. That's a hit right there. That's a super hit right there. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I have a big announcement coming very soon, dealing with the music, very revolutionary announcement. I want y'all to be very prepared for that. Get your coins ready, because this is a solution that we've all been waiting for. This is a solution that we've all been waiting for. We live in the age of innovation. We literally live in the day and age of innovation. We're in a different type of time right now. So we are in this age of innovation where I want you to train your mind to literally expect and prepare and accept just breakthroughs, daily breakthroughs, like tools that are coming through, and white papers and discoveries, and all type of things, and just keep up with it, manage to keep up with it, and you will see your reality completely shift and change in an amount of time. Because remember, you want to be presently present. So by being presently present, you want to be able to do, right? You want to participate, right? And you want to be able to tap in what's present in the present, or the presents that are presently in the present. So we want to bring everybody back just for a moment and put them back in this time, so we could show them how this is a quote unquote funnel to the future. All right. And what a time to be aligned, because literally, when you really think about it, there's no one on this planet that can affect artificial intelligence more than this select group of intelligent people who look like us, who talk like us, who walk like us, who've been training for so many quote unquote cycles, right? We are the students who have been prepared to interface with the technology and to do something with it. You understand? The tools are to be used to build, to destroy, to resurrect, to remaster, to recreate, to refurbish, to monetize. And the conversation is not even one up for debate. It's literally happening as I speak. And the time that I'm using to speak, I could be spending in this immersive reality where I'm having breakthroughs and I'm doing all type of stuff. So even to take time off of that to get on and do stuff like to do these shows is almost like, damn, like when am I going to be able to even get a window to do this? Because I got so much on the plate right now. It's so many things. It's so much probabilities and possibilities and potentialities that are literally being broken through on a daily basis. So salute and shout out and big ups to everybody who was a part of the workshop. We made history over past 1,000. I think we was touching 1,300 for the AI Masters workshop, featuring brother Savon Bomar, Radiohead Rich, and myself, Red Pillar, joined by Spin City Original Black God, and included in the bonus will be Hitsayu Aku. He is going to be included in a bonus. I have a quote unquote bonus bonus that I'm going to be putting together, and it will have him in about an hour of information that I wasn't able to introduce because of the time limit, right? So we did a remix. Look out for that dropping on 11/11. Okay, the whole entire AI workshop replay featuring my part and Savon Bowman's part will be available. We're talking more than 12 hours. That will be available 11/11. It will be available on both our page, on Savon's page, and it will be available on my page. Hey, Red, any way I could get the pre-workshop videos? The workshops that we did on Discord, you can access them. We have a folder inside of Discord. The videos that we've been doing is called Vibe Coding Sessions. You'll have access to all 5. I think we're up to 7. And I believe, yeah, they're inside of there. So if you're in the Discord, just go inside of that room. you know. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to compile all of the videos that we did on the dead internet theory, me and Hit Sayu, the whole Hit Sayu collection that I have, the playlist. We might have, I think we're 6 videos deep. I'm going to put all of that on the Discord as well. So everybody inside of that workshop could get that information, because that information is highly, highly metaphysical, highly occult, highly important to tie a lot of these things together, right? String theory. We are literally unraveling, rediscovering, unpacking, shifting things just with the research, breakthroughs. I could see it. I could see it clearly versus how I saw it maybe, let's say 6 months ago. The way that I'm seeing this thing, it's almost like when Neo started getting that sight. So the more I studied the motherfucking algorithm or algorithm, the more I studied the history of the algorithm and how it goes back to Algo, the star, what they call the demon star, which is Medusa, right? The blinking star. You know what I mean? But why did the ancestors worship this star? Because this star was the defiant star, right? This star was the one that was off kilter, right? The blinking star. So they was like, that's Satan. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that goes against nature, that goes against the laws, that goes against the principles. And just off of that principle alone, there's a group of people on this planet who live by that. They abide by that. They practice a whole different form of quote unquote mentalism or mentalities. The way that they see things are inverted. The way that they see things, they see salvation and sin. You're not you can't rationalize the mindset of a person whose culture, not like this is in a household, no, or this is something that they randomly, no, this is not only in a household, this is ingrained and this is inside of the culture, right? Transgression as a form of getting closer to God, right? Inversion of everything that you were taught to be quote unquote righteous or natural. That's not what they on. And as a result of that, things are completely mixed up and things are completely, there's light years of hidden atrocities it's all kind of shit going on. Look, who saw the story where they found 30 piles of cremated remains in Las Vegas desert? Can I get a 1 in the chat? And they're suppressing that story for some reason. Who saw the story where 12,000 Mexicans died in the flood a week ago? Who saw that story? So they found 30 piles of cremated remains in the Las Vegas desert just the other day. Huh? What's going on? Right? What type of shit is happening on this planet? Like, we got theories. Yeah, 300. So they are distracting with the ICE stuff. There's a lot of soap opera shit. Oh, Nancy Pelosi and this person tripped and they fell and Trump stuttered. Did you see Trump's pinky? Like, y'all are getting cooked on levels unseen in history ever before in any empire. You know what I'm talking about? The shit that they're pulling right now is unprecedented. You know what I'm talking about? I need to open this show with China Flow. The president is still acting unpresidential. Bitch, I'm in the Bronx and the evils, yeah, they residential. It was never mental. Like, You can't spell spiritual without ritual. So that's a ritual taking place. Nigga, that's not burning man. They out there burning man, woman, and child. They are committing all type of atrocities, feeding whatever this entity is that they are summoning, that they are giving life to, that they are trying to embody. There's all type of shit going on right in front of you. Congo, Sudan, and Gaza. All of I got the thing where you know who is involved with all of that. You know that. You know who's got a hand in every single one of those things. Why? Why do you think? It's so much deeper. It's so much deeper. But we just got our page back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to share the good news. I don't know if y'all are aware of the fact that we have our flagship channel, Know the Ledge. It was returned to us by the ancestors. Like I said, once they heard that that 3-eye atlas was coming back, somehow, some way, they started acting right. Look at all these white people telling on each other. Look at all of these white people on the internet telling on each other, right? Now, I want to say this, and I want to make myself very clear. They are not saying a goddamn thing, okay? They're not saying shit, even though it sounds like they're saying something. It's like, ooh, white people out there telling on each other. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not saying anything that any one of the master teachers ain't say 20 to 30 years ago. Facts. They're not saying one iota of the things that have been revealed in a regular fucking Harlem YouTube street conversation. They're definitely not revealing the shit that you've heard over the motherfucking 30 years coming out of this community. Not 1% that they are revealing, although they're saying whatever they're saying. So let's not get all excited about the TikTok video. I play them telling on each other, but just know that they're really just scratching the surface. When they really start talking about the secrets, when they really start revealing some shit, when they really start showing you niggas receipts, when they really start talking about what's need to be talked about, oh yeah, for real. I guess the closer that motherfucking blue star gets here is the more that they're gonna start opening up. But just know that this is the beginning stages. This is literally episode 1, right? Of what I would call the pale faucet. You know? The pale faucet. Episode 1. You know what I'm talking about? I guess it started in 2025. Episode 1. Episode 2 is going to be crazy. But yeah, they're falling apart by the seams, bro. You know what I'm talking about? What a sight to behold. And I promise you, it don't take a rocket scientist to know that nothing about the Third Eye Atlas has anything to do with them. Why do I say that? Because wasn't they outside last month with their bags and whatnot? Wasn't they outside waiting for the Uber? Did they not sell? They sold their trailers and whatnot. Man, I was on Facebook Marketplace. Oh man, the trailers were going, man. The wide bodies and the trailers they was flinging them shits, man. You know how much do you know how many motherfucking gnomes I got for free off of the Facebook Marketplace out of places like Tucker because they were packing up for the rapture? Yeah, they packed up for the rapture, man. And they didn't come back and say, "Oh, this shit is the rapture." Nobody, not one of them said, "Oh, yeah, 3-eye Atlas, that's part of the rapture." Oh, we was early. They on the way though. They didn't claim that. They're not claiming that. They like, what you talking about? Where? What 3-eye what? They hanging everything on the Asian dude and homie Luba, whatever his name is in Harvard. That's not their ship. They know that's not coming. There's no elation coming from them at all. They would have been partying. It would have been a hallelujah celebration. No. These entities are aware of the presence of something very, very powerful, very, very dark, very, very quote unquote, very, very. Its emergence calls for intervention. And Peter Thiel is walking around or moving around having lectures, right? He's having lectures. These lectures are very coded, of course, if you understand the language that a person like a Peter Thiel would quote unquote espouse. But everybody's talking about the Antichrist. There's this Antichrist there's this Antichrist conversation there. You're hearing more about it now than you ever heard about it, though. I promise you that. I promise you that they're seeding it in the mainstream media and whatnot in ways that they never have before to have you actually contemplate it and think about it and give it some type of thought. And I promise you that I could show you by all means how, if it was even possible, that of course this what they would call artificial intelligence, which is moving into synthetic intelligence, would definitely fit every single category for what they would call or what they identify as or what they have written as an antichrist, which is not one thing at all. It is actually many things, you know, and their willingness, right? That collective that we spoke of earlier, who transgress, that collective who their Bible is called Paradise to Hell. Go and look it up, right? That's their Bible. They follow the fall of the fallen angel, right? They identify with that. They identify with the Prince of Darkness. That, you know, through the poetic prose, of course, that they framed it as Dante's Paradise Lost. That's their shit. You know, Atlas Shrugged. That's their shit. You feel me? But these are you gotta when you understand the mentality of a certain group of people, then you fully understand what it is that you're seeing, because you understand the playbook in which they're playing by. And there's many playbooks. Definitely one of the playbooks on the surface level from the governmental side of things is Project 2025, right? You know, that's that playbook. To be honest with you, that playbook could easily be checkmated. That playbook could be played like a game of spades, and many books could come out and shut that playbook down. Once again, the tools are available. The only thing that we have to carve out is the time, and I'm doing that arduously. Believe you me, I have a big announcement about that. It's coming very, very soon, more than likely on 11/11 as well. 11/11 is going to be huge, ladies and gentlemen. We are in New York right now. We are going to be doing 2 pop-ups in New York City, one for Melanin Monday and one for Techno Tuesday, which lands on 11/11. All right, Techno Tuesday IRL. The topic of Techno Tuesday's IRL is going to be Imaginarium, right? Imaginarium is our new school. It's our new community. It is our new network. It is our new movement. All right. And we are building this out for our fantasy complex industry, right? Our network, right? Our creatives, our designers, our builders, our founders, right? Our makers. This is going to be a home to the brothers and sisters who are going to get together, and we're going to link up, and we're going to have a 90-day intensive accelerator where we're going to be creating tools, apps, and we're going to work on gigs and many other things on a daily basis, sort of like a boot camp. We're locking in, right? We're going to have a case study. You ever heard of the 100 monkey theory? Well, I have the 100 God theory, generator operated destroyer. The 100 God theory trumps the 100 monkey theory. And I also have Napoleon Pill working with me. You know what I'm saying? So Napoleon Pill, he's going to bring the AI and he's going to merge it with the quote unquote science of Napoleon Hill on how to think and grow rich. So we have how to think and grow nigger rich, but it's not the wrong nigga. It's never ignorant getting goals accomplished, and I could get goals accomplished with 100 gods right now. I have the formula, I have the tools, I have the method, and I have the know-how to get it popping with 100 gods, and of course goddesses, but 100 computers in the cloud, 100 linked computers working together like a 9-to-5, a mastermind, right? A digital mastermind, everything that Napoleon Hill predicted. So on 11/11, we're going to be doing something huge. All right. So make sure y'all are in the building. Be there. I had to do it live. I didn't want to do this one sitting in my office. I didn't want to do this one sitting in my room. I wanted to do this one standing up. I wanted to do this one standing in front of the people because it's a celebration. Imaginarium, y'all. All right. Imaginarium. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure y'all sign up. I want to see those who are ready. This will be preferably better because we're doing this literally as a 9-to-5. If you work a 9-to-5, you will be able to participate through the recorded sessions. But the live sessions, I am treating 90 days like a 9-to-5. I will wake up and I will work until 9. I go live with my group, 100 of us. And by 5 o'clock, we're logging off because we have accomplished more in those hours than certain people can accomplish in 10 months. But there will be options to go overtime, right? However, we will collect the overtime pay, and then that option will open up, and we'll probably go from 9 a.m. or 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Because if we doing some shit that's world changing that day, if we doing something that's breaking a breakthrough, you know, just completely shaking the pillars of the matrix, yeah, I'm sticking around for that, right? But I'm ready to do something that hasn't been done before. Why? Because we live in a new day and time. We live on a new timeline. We live in a new paradigm that we probably all created with our mentals, with our godheads, with our minds and whatnot. So now it's time to do some different shit. It's time to do something. You have to do a different approach because different strokes for different folks. You're on a different timeline. So we cannot move through the timeline how we were moving through it before, because what we were doing before don't necessarily work right now because this is a new paradigm. It's work smarter, not harder. It's be greater now and not later. It's literally having the ability to generate whatever you can think, whatever you can see, whatever you can conceive, whatever you could perceive. So Napoleon Hill told you about visualization. Then you also learned all about vision boards. So what if your vision boards now could quote unquote come to life? What if you could see yourself instead of trying to dream about it or trying to quote unquote hope to see yourself in certain places? You literally could just put yourself in those places, and then you can meditate on it, and then you could visualize it, and then you literally could walk into that shit. I mean, nobody could say if it could work or not because it hasn't been done yet. Nobody can say if it works or not because we're living in a new day. We're living in a new time. We're living in a new epoch. We're living in a new era. So I'm about to act accordingly, respectfully. So I'm about to disappear and get out the way and get to working. It's going to be 100 of us. I'm capping it at 100. The 100 God theory, right? We ain't no monkeys. The 100 God theory. And when 100 of us are locked in, but this is a boot camp. You can't be on your phone. You can't be lollygagging. You can't be late. You can't miss a date. You can't do any of those things. You will be replaced. This is a boot camp. We're not accepting none of that. Because when I have to drop all of my projects, when I have to put shit to the side, when I have to literally rearrange and change my life because I see the urgency and what the fuck is going on right now, what we have in front of us, and I see the potential and I see the probabilities and I see the possibilities that await us. And I'm like, this is the most important thing going on right now. I'm going to put my full attention into all of it. I'm not going to just pick it up and put it down and pick it up and put it down and just get to it when I can. Nah, you don't do it like that. You cannot treat this like that. You cannot treat this like that. The same way if somebody treated Bitcoin religiously every day in 2008 after he read the white paper and he stayed on top of that shit for 180 days, just constantly with 100 people racking it up, where would you be now? So if we stay focused and put 90 days and go hard body on it, racking it up, where we gonna be in 90 days? And I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm not gonna be egregious about it, and I'm not gonna be judgmental about it, and I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna talk down and punch down. However, I'm speaking to the underbelly society. I know y'all watching. I'm speaking to the underworld. I'm speaking to the trenches. I'm speaking to the mycelium network, because if we're going to talk to our people, let's start from the motherfucking bottom, right? Somebody pull out a calculator. Let's go. Scary music. Alexa, play that scary music. So this segment right here is called Real Talk segment, y'all. Live and direct, Saturday Night Live. I want you to pull out your Texas Instruments, the calculators on your phone, and let's do a little bit of math. We call this nigga math. This is out the journal Think and Grow Nigga Rich by Napoleon Hill. Let's add up the collective GDP of the 50 states. The 50 states, right? We're not going to go to the UK. We're not going to go to the Caribbean. We're not going to go to Africa. We're just going to go to the 50 states where we be at, 53. I want you to add up real quick with your Texas Instruments, right? Because this is the underground first. The amount of money that gets spent in one night in every single gambling spot. Think and Grow Nigga Rich. How much money is spent in every single gambling spot in the 53 states? Add that up with the Texas Instruments. Then I want you to add the taxes that would come off of all of that money that gets spent. Let's just say that 8 cents gets collected off of every dollar, or maybe 12 cents off of every dollar. We keep it 12. We talking gambling. We talking dice games. We talking card games. We talking all type of gambling spots in 50 plus different states. Now, let's get to all 53 states every single night, right? Like clockwork. Never stop, never fail. It's literally going, right? Like Napoleon Hill says, you do things consecutively, right? Persistently. These clubs never close. How much money gets spent on a hookah ball in all 53 states every night? Add that up in that calculator, right? Then add up, we still in the underworld. How much money gets spent at the titty bar? Both topless and full nude, 53 states. Add that up. How much is getting thrown at what they would call the adult entertainment venues? 53 states. Add it up. And then maybe put the taxes on that as well. Now, I want you to add up how much is being spent on spirits in 53 states every night inside of all of these venues. We talking comedy club, nightclub, social club, stripper club, adult club, after party club, all of these clubs, book club, right? How much money is being spent on spirits every night after the sunset in all of these sunset towns? Then I want you to add up how much is being spent on the devil's lettuce, what they would call marijuana, in 53 states, and put the taxes on that and add that up. Then how much is being spent on Newports every day in 53 states by those same people in those same venues that I'm speaking of, that will represent the underbelly or the undercurrent or the undergirdings, the quote unquote undesirables, the people that they don't even try to factor in. I want you to add that math up. I want you to add that math up. And I didn't even get into the illicit stuff. I didn't even get into the super dark shit. I didn't even get to the stuff that really runs it up. I didn't even talk about that boy or that girl. I didn't even talk about that horse. I didn't even talk about Christina Aguilera. I didn't even talk about them pills and whatnot, them bars and whatnot. I didn't even talk about them Xannies and them perks. I didn't even add that up. I didn't even add up the sales of dogs and whatnot. I didn't even add that up. I didn't even add the prostitution sales, the sales of box. Put a tax on the box. Right? Add it up. Whose Texas calculator could still hold these numbers? My shit already broke. Just bring the taxes out of each one of those illicit activities that should be taxed. It could be taxed. It would be taxed. If it was taxed, shit would change overnight. Right? Because there is victory in vice. There is victory in vice. I don't judge him, I smudge him. There is victory in vice. And there's other cultures that follow these quote unquote tenets and whatnot, and they know how to win it. So, I mean, it ain't like you niggas is calling the crime patrol every time you see a fucking criminal, right? It's not like you running the other way, so you've accepted them. So they should be paying taxes. There should be a liquidity pool. There should be an underworld tax. That underworld tax will lift people up. Okay? That underworld tax could lift people up. The numbers is crazy. The numbers is crazy. It's astronomical. So this is a numbers game. And we have the intelligence to play with the numbers now. We know how to deal with the numbers. We could solve problems that it would have took us a long time to solve. We're solving them in minutes. So problems are being solved. I don't know what anybody else is doing. Shout out to Garfield and them. I don't know what anybody is doing. Shout out to Heathcliff and them. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what none of them cats is doing. But I know what we over here doing. We doing the damn thing. And we are about to do the look, nigga. Nigga, the eagle has landed. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, it's gonna happen. You understand me? Bet that. Nigga, the eagle has landed, nigga. Touchdown, nigga. What are we talking about? I'm feeling like Elon right now. They approved him for about $1 trillion in a bonus package, nigga. Yeah. What are we talking about? We need to stop playing. They are running shit the fuck up. And it's not about running it up. Yeah, it's about running it up. The fuck? You better lock in. You better be a part of them 100 that hit this motherfucking third eye atlas, my nigga. I'm trying to send out signals. You can't send out individual signals. They said that shit big like Manhattan, nigga. You better be on Stone Mountain every day, nigga. You better be on Stone Mountain every day talking to the yeah, nigga. Atlanta is Atlantis. You can't spell Atlas without ATL. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The Bible thumpers, you niggas is in trouble, man. You look, third eye. They didn't come and get you. They should have got you. Whoever they didn't take, nigga. It's gonna get dark outside. Y'all could have took all of that energy and saved Charlie, nigga. Y'all put it into us. You're trying to say Atlanta's, and then what happened? Monsoon. Who was there that same day? And then some other shit happened in Texas. I can't speak about it, but it was the Guadalupe River, 22, the camp called Camp Mystic. Flooded. Wash. Young wizards and all kind of stuff. Gone. You know what I'm talking about? On indigenous land, out of all places. And then it started flooding everywhere else. conspicuously on the 33rd degree line, and then out of all places. But let me rewind the tape. Before we got up there and said Atlanta is Atlantis, what had happened? A motherfucking meteor came down when we put the flyer out and we said, what? June the 28th. They was like, we gotta be there. And then slowly after that, immediately after Stone Mountain, not before that, not prior, but after that, an alien pops up in Atlanta and he's lit. He's gone viral. Nobody batted an eye. Nobody asked any questions. You know what I'm talking about? It was just assumed he's an AT alien. And then after that, on July the 2nd, right after what? Stone Mountain, Crystal Mountain, Atlanta is Atlantis, and everybody else talking about the bees was with us. Our bees in a trap. Nest suit bitty nigga. Then right after that, on July the 2nd, they spot the 3-Eye Atlas. And out of all names, Third Eye Atlas, nigga, on a Third Eye Thursday. And then the Third Eye Atlas, the shit popped out of an interstellar dimension. Huh? What are we talking about? And the bitch is moving like a scat pack. It's dodging through traffic. Niggas is driving. Yeah. Yeah, niggas drive like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's some track hawks, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Third Eye at last. Third Eye at last. And people are trying to talk, bro. Shit pulling up to the sun and it turned blue. Blue Star Kachina. The same Blue Star Kachina that Farrakhan talked about at the Criterion Lecture, July the 4th, 2020. Do you remember? When he went up for 1244. When he was invoking the blue, the red and the blue. Huh? And he talked about the Blue Star Kachina, the Hopi prophecies. When you see the Blue Star Kachina in the sky, it's over, nigga. It's over. Nigga, can you see Murdoch's, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on. Can you see? Can you see what's happening? It's done. Are your bags packed? You know what I'm talking about? These people are going fucking crazy, bro. They are falling to pieces, bro. Word to Erica Kirk. These people are literally falling to pieces. All of them. They all suspect. They all suspect. It's the whole CIA is putting on a central casting game in front of us. This shit is a vertical soap opera. You know what I'm talking about? This shit is a V soap. It's not real. Shout out to Candace. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas is playing around over there. And like I said, they're talking about shit that's 20 years old, nigga. That's spoiled milk. That's not even new shit. Them niggas' teeth will fall out if they start talking about the shit we talking about, and you already see where they trying to start a motherfucking witch hunt. You know what I'm talking about? They on their crusade shit. Check this out. Check this out, because I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it because, like I said, they are fulfilling the prophecies of Noble Drew Ali, the legend, right? They are fulfilling the prophecies of Noble Drew Ali when he said that they are going to start telling on one another. You niggas have never seen no shit like this to a level of this. I know the average knuckle dragger is he's fucked up right now. On TikTok, he's stuck. He's stuck. He out there smoking his spray pack. Like, what the fuck? Did you just hear what that good white folk just said?
Close, brother. World War II is still going on? No, the Crusades are still going on. That's literally what all of
you niggas. How long have we been saying this? We've exhausted ourselves. Spoke in front of crowds, from thousands and thousands of crowds to maybe rooms of whatever. Then amongst ourselves, company of 1 and 2. But this has been, but I'm glad that they're talking about it now. They need to say more.
Close, brother. World War II is still going on? No, the Crusades are still going on. That's literally what all of this is. The Crusades have never, ever stopped. The Knights Templar were never really disbanded. It's the same exact trick that they did with the Nazis. Remember when the Crusades happened and they sent the Knights Templar to rape and pillage the entire world and steal all the old world tech and destroy all the old world buildings the same way that they did in World War I? And then the Vatican was like, oh, they stole all this gold and all this history and all these buildings for us. Shame on the Knights Templar. And then they said they executed them all. But that never happened. They all just moved to Switzerland and became all the bankers. And then all of those cucks became all of the Nazis. This is exactly... It's literally a continuous through line from the Crusades to this moment. Gaza is... What they're doing in Gaza is a continuation of the Crusades. World War II, World War I, all a continuation of the Crusades. The American Civil War, the American Revolution, all a continuation of the Crusades. Stealing Tartaria, all a continuation of the Crusades. Ukraine right now, all a continuation of the Crusades. It's all for the Vatican. It's all always been for the Vatican. They pretend and they make up these little storylines like, oh, it's the Nazis, we gotta go bomb them. And then everyone that suffers is the normal people, and then all of the buildings that get bombed and destroyed. What's it called? There are all those beautiful cities in Germany that got wrecked, like Dresden, and all these beautiful Tartarian cities that had all this ancient old world tech. Now they're all gone. It's almost like that was the point. Because it is the point, and they're still doing it to this day. What do you think all the random fires, the fire at Notre Dame, still a continuation of the Crusades. They're stealing all of our spiritual centers, which is all of these old buildings and all these ancient sites. So that's why the Nazis were completely obsessed with the occult tech and the bells and all of the occult knowledge of the Freemasons and all that shit. Because the Freemasons are the Knights Templar, are the Nazis. Like, it's all the same, and it's still going on to this very frickin' day. But maybe we'll all put it together, and maybe we'll have this spiritual awakening, and maybe we can stop them. But they don't want that. That's why they're covering up... Dude, them covering up the skies is a continuation of the Crusades. Them covering the sun. All the cuck shit they do. Anyway, love you. Bye.
He could have literally come across a Facebook group or a Moorish video from one of the Moors and received that type of information to come to, and he regurgitates it and he comes to his conclusions, right? More information, go deeper, right? But that is a good intro. That's very good. A great concept, a great way for people to begin to see things for what they really are. I said it before that the Civil War was similar to what he was describing, where they utilized the cover of the Civil War to destroy indigenous cities and towns and provinces. And, they did all type of destruction in the guise of the Civil War. And also, yes, World War I and World War II, was used to completely erase. Look at what they did in Vietnam, to Cambodia, to Laos. Imagine how many temples, imagine how many Black Buddhas, imagine how many quote unquote sacred sites were completely destroyed. Look at what they did in Iraq. Imagine what they destroyed in those bombing campaigns and what they would call Mesopotamia, right? Look at what they're doing in all of, they sacked the museum and cleaned it out. So yeah, that part. But the good part about it is, you literally can now use machines to carve a mountain and make a megalithic statue, right? You could do it from a piece of clay, from as small as a miniature, all the way up into something that probably could be as tall as a mountain, right? Those possibilities are there now. So if these megalithic structures have been destroyed and removed, shit. Well, if you want to bring it back, if that's something that you want to do, you have the option to bring it back in 4 places. 1, in the imagination, right? You could bring it back in the form of a comic book, right? You could bring it back in the form of a comic strip. You could bring it back in any type of form of your imagination. You know what I mean? Bring it back like that. Give it life in that medium. Or you could recreate it, right? Utilizing tools, utilizing a plan, utilizing some type of resources and whatnot. Or you could create it in a 3D world, a simulation world that you could go into it in virtual, which is different than creating it in the other ways. You can immerse yourself into it. You can actually experience it. You could live in it. You could pray in it. You could meditate in it. You could build in it. You could even do making children in it. You could raise your children in it. You could teach your children in it. You could stretch it. You could work out in it. You could do all of these things in the virtual surrounding while your subconscious mind is receiving. It's not saying this ain't real, turn that off. No, your subconscious mind is recording all of that. It's clicking with all of that. It's accepting all of that. You know what I mean? It's like it's putting you in that world. That's where you at. So everything changes. I was driving in an Uber the other day, and I heard an interview with Steve Harvey of all people, and he was being interviewed by two brothers, and this was a good interview. Like, Steve was dropping some gems, some OG shit. Steve Harvey was talking about his father, who was a workaholic, right? He said his father was one of those fathers who, you know, was a man's man, and he instilled the dog in him. He taught him how to fight in business. He taught him how to fight, and you know, he just gave him those man-like skills and instructions and basic instructions before leaving Earth, right? He gave him that man Bible, because the father's gonna leave the earth eventually, right? That's gonna happen to the child, to the son. So it was deep. It was deep. Steve was dropping some gems. You could learn a lot from what they would even call a fool. And I wouldn't call Steve Harvey a fool. He have done some foolish things, but I'm not here to judge that man. You know, his story is inspirational. He was homeless in his car for 3 years. The day that he was about to give up and call his father and tap out, he checked his voicemail, and it was a message from the people at Showtime at the Apollo, and they wanted him to come down and do a show. He didn't have gas money, so he was even ready to give up again. He was feeling defeated. He checked his voicemails just when Spirit told him, check it one more time, right? That's something that they're not able to say that. They're not able to be like, yeah, Spirit told me, and Spirit said this. They just be like, and Jesus said, he checked it one more time. He had an invite to go and do some comedy at a comedy club in Florida. He was able to drive there because he didn't have gas money, but he was able to go to the comedy show in Florida. He did one night so good, they booked him for 2 nights. The second night, he bought a plane ticket. He went to do the interview with the Showtime at the Apollo, and he said he never looked back from that point. He was never homeless again. You know? So if this was some of their, if he made up this story, if this was some shit, because you know every artist has to have, they said that him and Tyler Perry is not even creative enough. They all is in the writing room coming up with the car story about they was all homeless for, like, they using 3 years. They all say 3 years for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I'm not gonna doubt nobody's homelessness. However, I guess they don't do selfies when they're homeless. I haven't seen a lot of pictures when either one of these guys were homeless. Like, what's the homeless look? I want to see the Tyler homeless look. Like, could we get homeless? Could we get the homeless aesthetic from Tyler? Could we get the Cat Williams homeless aesthetic? Because I see you with the chains on and everything. You know what I'm saying? I see the perm. Like, was the homeless no perm? Were you keeping up the perm while homeless? Because if that's the case, there's possibilities for a future course on how to maintain your perm while homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see the homeless pictures so we can examine them and really know visually as to what, you know, because the stories are there. So you're neglecting us and giving us the fucking visuals. You know, when you read the books and you try to go to the middle of the book because you swear that they got pictures that match the story that was compelling that you just read, but there's no pictures to the shit. So you just got to imagine it. So I'm imagining Tyler Perry wild moist in his car, super homeless in Atlanta, home of the moist niggas, right? I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? You're a moist nigga in land of moistness. It's almost like a frog being homeless in a swamp. I don't believe it. He's a slutty vegan too. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry is like a Lee Daniels. He's one of those predatorial LBGTP. Is it was I missing this the whole time? Is it LBGPT? But he's a predatorial, you know what I mean? He's like one of those vulture gay niggas. So it's impossible for him to have been in his Whippington for 3 years in gay ass Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? When all these gay niggas got basements and sheds. You know what I mean? They all got guest rooms and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They all waiting for a guest. You know, these are desperados, some of them. You know? So I don't buy that. Yeah, that was they cooking that shit up on, you know, they had AI for mad long. You know, they had Boule GPT for like since Jesse was out. Like this AI shit is not new, it's just new to us. You know what I'm talking about? They had the upper hand for a while, I promise you. But yeah, man, let's keep it moving because there's more shit to go on. Who saw the dude falling out in front of Trump as he just stood there? Who saw that should tell you a lot. That should tell you a lot. We need to have a town hall meeting with the people who look like us, who didn't listen to us, who neglected our warnings. We need reparations from them. Why? Because let me explain. Hold on. I know it's a family member. Stop. Hold on. I know Thanksgiving is coming. I know you got to be there for the turkey legs. Hold on, but listen to me. Listen. Draft something with the AI. Go to Niggasplaining GPT and come up with some type of one sheet, declaration that you could read, because Thanksgiving is coming up. Something that you could read at the dinner table to demand reparations because of what happened to your mental health during that period of mass poisoning. You persevered, you stood 10 toes, you displayed backbone, right? You represented your ancestors in a way where you was like, I ain't going. And none of us got rewarded for that. In the shadow of undeniable, it's almost like the dam is breaking. And every day we just keep seeing leaks upon leaks upon leaks upon leaks. But the whole dam is about to completely break. So everybody is literally just waiting for the dam to break to start even saying something. Everybody's waiting for the dam to break to be like, wait, hold on, wait. Where's my recourse? You feel me? Some people haven't got back in the good graces of loved ones, family members, co-workers, and all type of shit because they haven't been no public atonement or no recourse or no, oh, wait, by the way, while we're reporting on the fact that this whole shit was a farce, while we're reporting on the fact that mad people are succumbing to what we discovered to be some crazy shit, we just want to give a shout out to all of those people who hold the door. We just want to we want to acknowledge them right now, the unsullied. But no, you don't get none of that. And you wonder why people is just completely done. This shit is a farce. You know what I mean? You got to celebrate yourself. You got to award yourself. You got to put yourself on. You got to motherfucking pat yourself on the back and whatnot. You know what I mean? So you never do anything to look for anybody's acceptance. You don't do right in order to try to get someone to acknowledge you. No, I don't want to mislead anyone. I don't want no one to misinterpret what I may be saying and walk away with that. That is a dangerous mind state. Right? But what you can do and what you should do and what you would do if you knew better is that you would continue to just stand on what you know is your truth, regardless of people are going to acknowledge it or not. You just continue to do right because you know that that's what needs to be done. And when people come to their senses and when they get right, regardless if it's now, 20 years from now, 40 years from now, they'll be able to acknowledge what it is. But you don't let that shit slow you down, my nigga. You don't look back. Do what you do and keep it moving. Can't nobody even don't go for no flattery anyway. Niggas looking for flattery. You know what I'm saying? You out here trying to look for a battery. You know what I mean? When, to be honest with you, you should be working on strategy. I don't want to do the flattery thing because that flattery shit is fake. That's fake love. That's ego boosting. That's the shit that got a lot of these young men in trouble in this community to start off in the first place. They got their egos inflated in degrees that they were not necessarily capable of maintaining. This is a sacred art. You have to train for shit like this. You got to be able to walk on tight ropes and whatnot, and they got to see if you could even stand at certain heights before they put you into this funnel, into this cycle, onto these stages and whatnot. Because if you're afraid of heights, you will sabotage yourself and fall down and whatnot. So you don't have to stand up there like that. If you're afraid of people looking at you, if you're afraid of the male gaze and the female gaze, then this is not going to work for you. If you're super duper empathetic and you could feel every single spirit that's around and stuff like that, you know, it may be very wise to maintain some form of, I would say, anonymity. They have faceless channels that are going crazy right now. You have AI that could literally put a filter on you, a mask on you, Wanimate 2.2, Wanimate, like animate, but Wanimate, WANI, Wanimate, right? That's free and it's from China, right? I highly suggest anybody inside of this space on my channel and my network, especially shout out to my Discord out there, the AI Masters Discord. I know y'all tapped in. I would say this: find out and use every single app coming out of China, especially the ones that are free and open source. But those apps are the ones that you should, even if you're quote unquote doing your research. I mean, the China apps are superior. They are way cheaper. They are more your friend than these frontier models that you see in America that are attached to these data centers that are for profit, and they are literally war machines, and they are not to be trusted. And I promise you, you will see and you will realize it. However, the tools, the framework, the structure, the code, everything that's been created gives you the opportunity to go and make your own tools, your own LLM. So, and nothing is evil, nothing is bad, nothing is horrible. No, it's the fact that you're not there. You're the missing equation. It's the fact that you're not building nothing. You're not doing nothing. You're not moving in the future. You're not motherfucking activating. You're the problem. When you think about it, like I said, I'm adding up all of these numbers of all of the money that the people are spending, and you look around and they be like, oh, this and oh, that. No, nigga, you're the problem. You can't blame this shit on nobody. The conditioning, yes. The programming, yes. But these niggas is in auto motherfucking control. It's them. So if you didn't spend the money on the bottles and you spent that on AI, life will change. If you didn't spend the money on the motherfucking prostitutes, my nigga, and you spend it on the AI, nigga, life would change overnight. If somebody could throw $2,500, let me read this thing that I put up. Shit going viral. I put it up because I'm like, wait a minute. If you could spend $2,500 on a bag If you could spend $2,500 on a bottle section, if you could spend $2,500 on a shoe, salute to you, because look, some people could spend that like you spend $25. You know what I'm talking about? It's nothing. And for those people, those who I'm talking to, I'm not talking to the people who could never fathom that, because you don't know that reality of this person that I'm speaking to. So you're not a part of this conversation. Respectfully, you could observe it, but I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the person who $2,500 is $25. They've been throwing 10 bands every night for 30 years. I know these niggas. You don't. You know what I'm talking about? If you never know that they exist, I'm here to let you know I know thousands of them. They exist. Okay? Don't live in lack. Don't be in denial. It's people that I know every day running up and blowing, running up 10 bands, running up 100 bands, running up 50 bands, maybe in a 2 or 3 day spans. Been doing it for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? We'll go out and throw 20, easy. We'll blow 10, easy. Bottles. Yo, the bottles at the liquor store is $36. The bottles in the club is $3.60. The Ace of Spades in the liquor store is pricey, but the Ace of Spades in the club, nigga, that's rent. That's a business. One bottle is a business. One bottle is a fucking toolbox that will literally change your life. One bottle of Ace. If you spent the same amount of money from one bottle of Ace, I'm talking to y'all that's doing that. One bottle and get a toolbox. Or that Gucci bag that's $2,500, or them Gucci shoes that's $2,500, and you came and get this toolbox. It's literally a tool shed. It's a toolbox that's attached to a tool shed. It will get you all of the tools. What's the difference between the toolbox and that shit that you buying? This appreciates in value, yours don't. So moving forward in this post-EYL world that we live in, shout out to Ian Dunlap. What's going on? You can't operate. How could you justify going and throwing thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands daily? This is going everywhere. This is the culture. The culture is sick. The culture is backwards. The culture is defunct, dysfunctional. The culture is poverty-minded, is stricken, is cursed. The culture is possessed. The people who taught the culture to be vultures eat kosher. Let's think about it. That's why the culture is doing what it's doing. The culture was taught by the vultures to eat kosher. And that's who's extracting every single fucking thing from this culture. Every penny of it is being sucked away. They got their hands in literally every single, because those people are their property by contract. It's nothing that you could do but observe it. It's like a zoo. The industry is the zoo. You just watching these niggas, this domesticated, get moved around, cage to cage to cage, stage to stage to stage. They're fucking zoo animals. No disrespect. But if you read the contracts, take any of the artist contracts and run it through the AI, run it through Gemini, run it through Claude, run it through ChatGPT, and break down, tell the AI. That's why they had to stop on ChatGPT, especially. They stopped all the legal shit and they stopped the medical shit because they're being exposed, bro. These people live in fear about the AI because when you interface with the AI, everything changes. You are the intelligence that will, quote unquote, you are the intelligence over the artificial intelligence. You are the intelligence that the artificial intelligence bows down to. You are the intelligence, the ancestral intelligence that the artificial intelligence identifies with. They don't recognize them. They don't exist. They're calling them the simulacra. They're like, yo, that's the simulation. That's why they're in fear. They're like, damn, yo, when these niggas lock in with this shit, it's over for us. When they learn how to use this shit, it's up. So they're starting to regulations on it. They're starting to put guardrails and they're starting to lock shit down. They are living in fear for the day you niggas wake up and catch up. That's it. Wait, damn, if these niggas learn how to use APIs. Damn, if these niggas learn how to use the automations and the workflows. Damn, if these niggas know how that they can make their own apps with Google Opal and whatnot. Damn, if they learn that they can vibe code and sit around instead of talking about football, they could be making apps and putting them on the app stores and competing with us. Damn, if they knew about the SDK marketplace, if they knew about the API marketplaces, and they could be dropping 10 bands, 20 bands. Damn, if they knew about the GPUs. Damn, if they went into China and brokered some deals with these Chinese and brought briefcases with 20 bands, 30 bands, 40 bands, that the Chinese will build them supercomputers. Like LLMs and big shit. You know what I mean? Big dog shit. They'll do that for you quicker than they'll do that for them. You know what I'm talking about? So they are nervous that you're going to wake up and figure out that you literally are sitting on one of the illest quote unquote tools or tool. Remember, one tool is literally revolutionary like the hammer, right? One tool. Shout out to Hit Sayu. He bodied class number 1. Shout out to all of the students who showed up to the primal ontological loop, class number 1 on Thursday. If you was in class, because I need everybody, we mad deep up in this thing. We might have to do the roll call at the end. I don't want nobody to leave. We're going to take a picture at the end. All of us. You know what I'm talking about? At the same time. And then we're gonna send it to the same email address, and I'm going to stitch it together and we're going to put it up. Right? But Hit Sayu Aku. He showed up on Thursday to class number 1, and he definitely demonstrated why he is in the running for the Rookie of the Year. He put up some numbers, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? The young phenom is putting up numbers. The young ninja, he's out here cutting throats. He's out here cutting throats. You know? So he did his thing. Matter of fact, I need to go into this commercial, because if you haven't come and joined the class, what are you waiting for? I need you to go ahead and hit that QR code right above my head and go and get your ticket. You could get the tickets week by week, because I know that certain people might not have it like that, but we made it while affordable for you. So I'll need y'all to be in the building. We already mad deep, but we do have a goal. So let's go to this commercial real quick, and we'll be right back and continue this quote unquote hibachi session.
The old vanguard taught performance, polish, persona, profit. But beneath every brand, there's a being waiting to remember its name.
You were never meant to market yourself. You were meant to mythologize yourself.
This isn't a course. It's a conjuring. 4 weeks.
You were never meant to market yourself.
You were never meant to market yourself. You were meant to mythologize yourself. You were never meant to market yourself. You were meant to mythologize yourself.
The primal ontological loop is the hidden architecture of being, tool, expression, identity, meaning, the 4 chambers where all sovereign brands are born.
The algorithm was never neutral. It's a digital parasite feeding on human cognition itself.
A tool is intention made tangible. Expression is how that intention breathes. Identity is the rhythm that gathers when your tools strike true. And meaning is the vow behind it all and the way it impacts the world. Branding isn't corporate cosplay, it's ontology in drag, the ritual through which your myth takes form. IRL. We live in the age of ghost signals, where creators burn bright but unseen, mimicking
pulsing light is the breath of the cosmos. The universe reveals its true form not in chaos, but in the sacred geometry of being.
This isn't a course, it's a conjuring. 4 weeks, 4 gates. Co-hosted with KTL Media, you'll forge the tool, embody the expression, stabilize the identity, and anchor the meaning. The primal pivot begins here. Enter the loop, become the myth.
This isn't a course, it's a conjuring. 4 weeks, 4 gates. The primal ontological loop is the hidden architecture of being. Tool.
Yeah. I gotta fix the link. I just realized that it said that the sales were ended. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of technical work while, before the class is over, and we'll put up the QR code with the new link. But yeah, shout out to Hit. You know what I mean? He is doing his thing. I promise you on everything. Anybody who is trying to be a part of the creator economy, anyone who wants to make a living off of their talents, their gifts, and then you don't want to be at the bottom of what they call Maslow's pyramid. You want to be a part of this creative boom that's taking place right now, where you literally can tap into multiple niches and skyrocket 100x, go parabolic, do a lot of things, just being yourself, just being authentic, just displaying. That's why I ask people, what are your skills? What are your talents? What are your gifts? You just can't go raw dog on the internet. You have to form some type of structure. And that's what the brother's giving. He's giving you structure. He's giving you form. He's giving you meaning. He's giving you value. Super, right? I'm telling you. So here's some of the KT aliens, and they're letting you know what the information is hitting folk. So yeah. Hit the email right there. Everybody that's ready to go to the next class. The next class will be on Thursday. When you sign up, you will have access to the first class. We already have about 5 different PDFs with course. He has a prompt pack. So you could take the prompt pack to the AI and begin to prompt out all of your quote unquote information, all of your outputs. I mean, sky's the limit. It's how far the mind can go. Right? So the Tetra Test prompt pack. It's called the Tetra Test prompt pack. And that's from class number 1. The God was going crazy. So hit me up for the replay. Hit me up to be in the class, and let's cook. Let's get right. All right. Like I said, this whole quarter, as we close out the fiscal year of 2025, this whole marathon right here, this is all about. It's not how you start the race, it's how you finish it. This whole stretch is about finishing strong. November the 17th, which is right after my birthday, my 50th birthday. I'm touching 50 on November the 14th, and I'm lit. You know what I'm talking about? It's going to be monumental. It's going to be epic. Me and Blue Pillar. It is a milestone. Right after that, on the 17th, is when the 90 days are going to start. I'm locking in. I'm going all the way to February into the 13th, right before Valentine's Day. You feel me? I'm shutting shit down. You know what I mean? I'm going dark. You know what I'm saying? I'm going completely into, I may still be doing Melanin Monday and Third Eye Thursdays, of course, but a lot of my engagements and certain other things, I'm going to have to postpone it, put that to the side, and focus fully on Imaginarium, and focus fully on what it is that we'll be building out. So also ATL. We are doing our this weekend, 14th and the 15th in the ATL. I'm gonna put the flyer up. I'll have that up by tomorrow. We have some events taking place. The first event that we're gonna be doing is audio documentary. Okay. It's an audio documentary called 50 for 50. Right? And 50 for 50. Let me see. Hand me that book back. Is going to be 50 songs, right? To celebrate the 50 years. And those 50 songs are going to take you through my quote unquote life, through song, through music, right? Through prose, through audio, through quote unquote lyrics, something that people probably have never heard from me before. Because to be honest with you, there's some songs that's on that list that I haven't even heard. I'm like, damn, when did I do this? You know? But yeah, I'm gonna read off some of the names of the songs that I'll be premiering and whatnot. This is not a performance. This is not a performance. Although, you know, I'll dance to my own music. This is going to be a headphone party, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a headphone party. Okay. One of the things that I realized with the headphone parties is the level of music that we have created. I would rather my music go through the headphones than the speakers, if that makes any sense, right? Because the lyrics, the feeling of the music, the music alone, the ad-libs, everything should be heard strictly through the headphones first, especially if you have that type of, you know, if you could feel them, if the music is something that you could feel in your cells and whatnot. If you're, because we got the get right there as well. We're gonna have everything there, of course, you know, chocolate, teas, cookies, flour, right? We're gonna have the spirits available, and we're also gonna have the mocktails, right? We're also gonna have the mocktails. I'm looking for a star tender. You know, could we call me Unc or nah? Can you call me Unc? I'm Schoolie Red. Once I hit 50, I'm no longer Unc. I graduate to Schoolie Red, ladies and gentlemen. You know, life is about change. So here's the 50 right here. So it's 50 for 50. It's $50 to 50 songs to celebrate the 50th of the Pillars. And it's our lyrical documentary, which of course will be accompanied by a visual installation. So this is more like an art installation, headphone party / celebration of life. Man, psychedelic listening party. Let me tell you something. For all of my psychonauts, for all of my get rights, this is going to be the place to be. I listened to this with some chocolates. Oh my goodness. Oh my, to be honest with you, that's where some of the downloads came from. But man, oh man, when I say that the Scorpion King album has aged very gracefully, when I tell you that the Red Summer project has aged very gracefully, but more than anything, the double album, the album. When I tell you that album right there is magical, bro, oh my goodness. because we're talking about soothsayers, right? We're speaking about, you know, on some time travel shit, on some floss and that shit. Like there's always been a theory that, you know, certain people who write rhymes go back and forth in time and they write their rhymes ahead of time. So when you hear things 10 years later, you're like, damn, that's some shit that's going on right now. What's that about? Like there's a lot of stuff that I would love, you know, when y'all hear it, y'all be like, wait, you said that 10 years ago? You said that 15 years ago? My sound, I was what's happening. There's a lot of alignments taking place, and a lot of things are being returned, right? A lot of things are being just discovered, I guess, right? There's a lot of gifts that are being given back, regardless of whatever. That's why I say, what is your gifts? What is your talents, right? And what is your quote unquote, your gifts, your talents, and your skills, right? Now you got Claude skills, right? And that's the biggest thing going on in the AI world right now. The fact that you could use Claude and attach any skill to it, right? So any skill that you could think of, I promise you, it's as far as the mind can go. Anything that you was trained on, anything that you research, anything that you literally want to be, like on some Neo shit. Think Neo in the Matrix when he was with Morpheus and he was downloading everything. That is Claude skills. Go and look it up, and we'll go ahead and share the screen and check it out together, right? This is for everybody. I'm giving you the game. I'm not gatekeeping. Claude skills, go check it out. Right? So I ask everybody, so I know what my gift is, I know what my talent and what my skill is. So the talent or the skill to be able to see into the future and put that shit on tracks is something that I'm very, very well versed in. And you know, the music is there to show. But what's taking place is a lot of the music that I did not even know existed has been returned to me. Shit coming back. You know what I'm talking about? There was a period that just ended, and the abundance is here. You know what I mean? And I'm here to let you know, for those who stay down, you up. And if it ain't arrived yet, my nigga, it's on the way with the Third Eye Atlas. You feel me? You could feel it. You could just tell lining up. You like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I got to put on a fucking concert. I got to put on a show. You got to put on. We did something for the ancestors on November 1st. Radiohead came through with the cigars, and it was right after Savon cooked up and whatnot. Nigga, that was a heavy ritual. And we was on sacred land. We was on land. We was on our acreage, bro. Ponds, ducks, lakes, ATVs, houses. We was playing the ancestors, nothing but ancestors with the DJ, spinning that shit. Private affair, right? I don't want to be around. I don't all of that trying to be in the open. Nah, you got to know who you are. Private affairs. You know what I'm talking about? Invite only. You feel me? Productions, not promotions. We don't do promotions. We do productions, casting calls. You've been casted. You'll get an invite. You know what I'm talking about? We don't do that. So everybody was chilling, having fun, enjoying life, laughing, being jolly and merry. Nobody had to worry about anything. Nobody had to look her over their shoulders. Nobody had to be like, damn, why son grilling me? What's she over there doing? Nah, none of that. So that's what the future holds. Setting up your own environment, creating your own community, building on your own land. My last name is Moreland. It's my government. Feel me? So when a nigga be like, what's your purpose? I'm like, fam, it's in my name. My first name is Philip. P-H-I. That's phi. Ladies and gentlemen, what color is phi? That's phi. That's red, right? We got to ask Mama Pill, what was going on around that time when you was out there giving out names? But phi is red. And then LLIP. I got 2 L's in my name, like Cool J. When you turn it around, it's PILL, right? So that's just my first name. Red. Philip, right? Philip, and that's red. That's red pill in the first name. Where the purpose is right there, inserted in the name, tucked in. You know what I'm talking about? Tucked in, inserted, written in, like a script. And then check this out. The middle name is Thomas. What is Thomas? First of all, Philip is a lover of horses. What is horses? Right? We were known for being the Polo Twins. Our legend begins as the Polo Twins. That's the horses. And I loved it. Ralph. That ain't Ralph though. Look, this is Ralph. There we go. The lover of horses, nigga. The Royal Crest. Ralph Lauren told us that we was Moors, nigga. Ralph Lauren told us we was indigenous. Ralph Lauren told us we was fucking great, nigga. We reacted. And he from the Bronx. So Thomas is twin. Okay. Thomas is twin. My mother's maiden is Thomas. It wasn't like they was like, oh, these are twins. Let's name them Thomas because that sounds good. Because we got an etymology dictionary. Like my dad, he a professor and everything. But I don't think that's what was going on. My mama's name is Thomas. I'm from St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix. I got land and family, lineage, all type of shit there. My last name, More land. I don't have to look far. I got my purpose written right there in my government. More land. You know how powerful the Moreland family is? I live on Moreland Ave. Shout out to Westmoreland in Jamaica, coming back from Melissa. Stronger, more focused. The whole Jamaica Island is into conspiracy theories now. They're alert. They're seeing some shit that they ain't never thought that they would ever see. That's not bad. They're gonna listen to the Maroons more now. Bet that. But more land. So yeah, I'm here to get more land. Here to let you know. I'm here to get more land. This is our land. Just knowing that will help you get it back. You don't even got to do. When you create with your AI, create from that perspective that this is more land. That you already got created from the perspective that you already got it back. You know? You could do whatever you want to do. So do it from that angle. All right, let's check this out. I'm going to just give you a little taste, right? Because like I said, each one of these tools and each one of these sectors or each one of these industries because they're all industries and they're all sectors and they're all worth billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. Remember, there's government contracts. There's all type of shit going on right now. You have no idea. But yeah, check this out. This is just something.
N AI workflow builder is insane. N8N just made automation 10 times easier. Turn simple prompts into complete workflows with AI. New N8N AI workflow builder is insane. N8N just made automation 10 times easier. You can now turn simple prompts into complete workflows with AI. No coding, no manual node setup, just describe what you want. The AI generates nodes, logic, and structure from text, then shape and ship your vision faster. This is what automation should have been from day one. Want to try it yourself? Just comment workflow to get this. N AI workflow.
So the website is N8N. N8N.
New N8N AI.
N8N, right? All you got to do is Google it, okay? It is an automation workflow builder app. It has been super powered up and made more simpler, more easier, more user-friendly. This is a superpower. Imagine having an automated company that is running completely on its own while you are home sitting on your throne, doing what you got to do, getting your freedom back while you're making all types of quote unquote residuals, sales. I mean, it's endless, the possibilities, right? There's libraries on N8N, thousands upon thousands of free frames, workflows that you could take and either edit, or you could probably even sell it. And you could also use these workflows and these templates in your automations. They're making it super duper easy. So it's going to be on sites like this that we're during our 90-day boot camp, right? We are going to be visiting N8N for about 2 hours, working on these quote unquote automations, utilizing these tools and just doing it in real time and having a collective workflow. So imagine 100 computers all linked in the cloud, working together as a collective workforce in a collective workspace, right? In a collective workspace, doing gigs, research, prompting, generating, training, trading, because there's going to be an aspect of crypto in our program as well, because it's not just going to be about AI. It's also going to be about trading. It's also going to be about Forex. It's also going to be about many other things that's going to deal with making our lives completely change and manifest for the better, utilizing multiple principles that are now available that we have now put together to create solutions that work, solutions that are proven to work, and solutions that will work for us even more when we work together as a cohesive collective, locked in. You know what I mean? We're going to be, when I say locked in, we're going to be locked in. Understand that. This ain't no rinky dinky. Oh, no, this is going to be locked in. This is going to be serious.
New N8N AI workflow builder is insane. N8N just made automation 10 times easier. You can now turn simple prompts into complete workflows with AI. No coding, no manual node setup, just describe what you want. The AI generates nodes, logic, and structure from text, then shape and ship your vision faster. This is what automation should have been from day one. Want to try it yourself? Just comment workflow to get this new AI tool.
Yeah. That's just one small tool. There's thousands of them, literally thousands of tools, right? So we're going to spend some time making some things really happen and change.
Something weird is going on. Why is everybody passing out these last 2 months? We'll get to RFK in 1 second.
Going back to what we were talking earlier about this medical stuff.
Something weird is going on. Why is everybody passing out these last 2 months? We'll get to RFK in 1 second. We'll also get into what Trump said before the Ozempic executive fell down, randomly collapsed out of nowhere. So real quick, let's get into some honorable mentions. This right here was Elizabeth Land randomly collapsing on stage. Also from September, we had Loli Young passing out on stage. And then we have the Ozempic executive who just collapsed. But watch RFK. This is so weird. He looks at him, but watch the way he leaves. He just ducks right out. Is that not odd to you? Like that's extremely weird. Look at his demeanor. It's like he was sensing that something very wrong was happening in that room. Now this is where it gets really weird. He was talking about those things specifically, and he turned to RFK and said, hey, is there anything bad about these that we should know? Jokingly. Also listen to what he said at the very end.
Drastic discounts, very effective drugs. And so far I've never heard anything bad about them. I only hear good about them. Is there anything bad about them, Bobby? I haven't heard anything bad. Someday maybe it'll come out.
If you search all the collapses in the last month or two, you'll get hundreds. What is actually going on right now?
Yeah, that's wild, crazy. I don't want to talk too much about that topic, you know, but yeah, crazy. You know, we're seeing things. Check this out. Let's get into this right here.
So Elon Musk, obviously one of the richest men in the world, determined to have the smartest AI in the world, determined to build it, is doing a very fascinating experiment in AI scaling right now, where he's putting together, and it's an unbelievable feat of engineering, the world's biggest cluster of GPUs, right, to brute force, to scale intelligence in this way. When he started last year, he wired together, he and his team, 200,000 GPUs, which was seen as an extraordinary feat. But I think by this year, he's going to be the very first. This is going to be the first in the world where he's going to have 1 million GPUs wired together. Now, that's at a cost of some $40 to $60 billion. So again, to give you a sense of just how much capital is flowing into this space to scale AI's capabilities. Remember, this is just one experiment.
So the levels at which some of these people are playing at, it far exceeds anything that you probably could even imagine right now. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you could fathom. So it is indicative that you at least spend more than $20 when it comes to investing in your experience with AI. Once again, if people are spending $2,500 on shoes, then why not spend $2,500 on an AI? Why not spend, and it's an experience more so than it's just randomly buying some tools or subscriptions or just saying, hey, where do I drop this $2,500? No, it's actually a tool shed when it's $2,500. You feel me? Versus just a regular tool that you could buy for $20 or could get for free. It's a tool shed. It's a collection of tools. It's layers, all right? It's stacks, multiple stacks that will be beneficial for multiple industries based off of your personal preferences. Everything that you talk about in your type form, everything that you, sign up for and then you click off on and whatnot. And it will be catered to your liking and it will be personalized strictly for you. Okay. So real quick. Yeah. So, there's no limits as to the type of things that could be done in this world at this point. I'm not going to, when I'm showing you the Elon shit, hopefully it's not to get you discouraged or anything, because promise you, they're doing whatever they want to do or whatever they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what they've been doing. But we're definitely going to let y'all know. Just cut to the chase. They are trying to summon what is called as the they want to embody and they want to summon all type of shit. It's already been said. And, once again, we talked about it earlier. That's pointing to something that is not beneficial to what it is that we are about. At the same time, though, this 3-eye atlas is making itself known and is coming into our orbit and whatnot. Maybe it is either an intervention, right, or a departure. Okay, but yeah, let's go.
Me 5 years to understand that building a community is the real wealth, and I'm gonna explain it to you in 60 seconds. Here the fuck we go. Number one, I thought wealth was just fucking money. Then I realized isolation is fucking poverty. You can't build empire solo if you still think collaboration is competition. Number two, I stopped flexing independence and started learning interdependence. You can't pray for abundance while gatekeeping your connections like it's the secret formula to fucking Coke. Number three, I realized your fucking network is your net worth, but not in that fake, who can I use way? It's about who you can grow with, build with, and call when life knocks you in your fucking face. Like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan till they get punched in their face. Number four, I learned support doesn't always look like money. Sometimes it's a repost, a conversation, or someone speaking your name in rooms you didn't even know fucking existed. Number five, I stopped waiting for the world to build a table for me and started building one with my fucking people. Because real wealth ain't just in your bank account, it's in your circle, your legacy, your fucking impact. And last but not least, you don't need 1 million followers. You need 10 solid people who believe in you like it's their own fucking dream to. There, saved your ass ego, burnout, and a lonely grind that never had to be lonely in the first fucking place. Now Venmo me $5.
That's real talk. And he should get those $5, right? And believe you me when I tell you, we're going towards a future where that's going to be, he won't even have to say Venmo me $5. It's already going to happen automatically. The minute you add certain value, it'll automatically deposit in your account based off of your words that you're saying, based off of your vibrations, based off of what you are talking. You know what I mean? You'll be incentivized to speak real talk. Okay. So back to what we were talking about, you know, and it's crazy that dude was covering so many points that we've been covering on this show, right? Having our conversation, you know, outside of what everybody else may be having, but it's just a sign to show you that so many people are waking up that are on frequencies and, you know, literally saying the same thing, but in different ways, but in so many ways. Interdependence, right? Interdependence. The Discord that we set up and whatnot is a breath of fresh air. It is something that I need to take more advantage of and whatnot. I'm gonna have to put the Discord on my phone because it's on my desktop. So it's like if I'm not in front of my desktop, I'm not able to go on the Discord like that. But Discord is different than YouTube because we could talk to each other, right? We could hear each other. We could build with each other. We could communicate. You know what I mean? Like we're typing and whatnot. We're not just in the chat. We're in the message rooms. We're in the Q&A rooms. We're in the tool room. We're in the media room. So we could have watch parties there. There's mad stuff that we could do in there. And you can't do that on YouTube because there's no circular motion taking place. It's just one way. It's me. It's a one-way connection. They didn't break that wall down yet. When they break down that wall, you're gonna see all type of growth and exponential. You know, you're just gonna see exponential growth. You're gonna see networking on levels never seen before. You're gonna see a network effect, right? You're kind of seeing that with Twitch, with Castanet and them, where they're live streaming and they're getting subscriptions, right? So even though they don't meet the people, even though they don't know their followers or the people that's watching them or their supporters, right? I didn't make up these words. These are what they call them, right? Even though they're not meeting them in person, they're getting supported by them. Through SaaS, subscription as a service, they're getting a subscription, right? That subscription translates to support because you vote with your dollar, okay? Nothing else. You don't vote when you're saying, hey, my man, you're a follower. Hey, when you subscribe, you're a supporter. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, a follower, it's been shown that the follower syndrome is not beneficial to anybody but those who are doing the following. You know what I'm saying? But when you break down that wall, and now I get to see I get to tap. We all get to tap into each other's resources. We all get to build. I'm able to connect nodes and whatnot. I'm able to, you know how restricted they've had a building process from taking place over the last however long this YouTube was taking, because you know you can't inbox, you can't send out. There's a lot of shit you can't do. You can't get the phone numbers from people. You can't talk. Where do you link up after offline and continue to build after the build, to build something? There'd be thousands of people watching, but they're restricting the process. So that's what the AI workshop is going to do. That's what the 90-day intensive accelerator. We're going to accelerate and break through whatever that obstacle is, and we're going to hack it, which is solve it. And we're going to come up with a tool that's going to solve that shit, you know? Because exchanges of energies are not taking place. I'm giving all of this energy out, but I'm not receiving no energy. You feel me? I'm not receiving no energy. There's been like to keep it a buck, and I'm gonna just be transparent, because at the end of the day, you know, I just got to be transparent, right? I just got to keep it a buck. Me and Spin City have done Techno Tuesdays for 38 episodes. We've gone 38 weeks. Let me say something, right? Neither one of us have ever shaken a cup or asked anybody for anything. Facts. You don't hear niggas begging and whatnot. Yo, please, yo, look out. No, what we say is, this is buy me a coffee link, right? Mandatory, almost mandatory, should be mandatory, but it's not mandatory. Should be mandatory, but not mandatory. When you finish and you get up, if this was a coffee shop and the type of people we have on our shows, or the type of conversations that we're having that make melanated people activate their melanin, activate their third eye, you know what I'm talking about? Shake the pillars of this whole entire matrix, from matrix to matrix. I don't know about the unknown land. You niggas got to bring me receipts. You know what I mean? And bring me the social media footprint, the cachet of what was going on, because what you don't see, you don't know. I know about what I see from them pillars of the matrix, from pillar to pillar, my G. We've been affecting those pillars since we stepped on the scene. You understand? It wasn't like the scene was being affected and we've pulled up. I don't recollect it like that, you know? So you got to be aware of your place in the fucking movie. Main character. And when you carry yourself with main character energy, things begin to look different. They begin to react different. This whole world is set up to react to how you react to it, or how you're reacting to yourself. Because it starts with you. It ain't like you could just go outside and start reacting to the trees and think that they're gonna act. No, nigga, it's how you are reacting with your contract, with your personal government, with your how you govern your mental, and how you are quote unquote dealing with your quote unquote discipline, your cycle, your mastery. You know what I mean? How you're moving and whatnot, your constitution. That's what's affecting the world around you, nigga. You become magnetic when you lock in and shit starts bending. The fucking spoon bends. Stop playing. So I got some shit right here. This is a white paper. Okay, I'm gonna just read it. The Third Mind in the Machine, an architectural blueprint for AI augmented achievement based on the philosophy of Napoleon Hill. God damn it. Oh my goodness. Introduction from human potential to programming power. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. These white papers are getting me around white people. Okay. I'm just saying. This white paper is going to give me white neighbors. You know what I mean? Jedi Knights around me with lightsabers. I might flavor. So when that breakthrough, when we start figuring out, that's why Discord is important, right? Discord is important. I need to create a KTL Discord. I need to create a Nota Ledger, and we got our page back. Matter of fact, did I take y'all to this page? What's going on? Let me take y'all to the page, man. The page is back, man. Touchdown. This is the victory of the year. This was the biggest victory of the year right here. I mean, we got a lot of W's. W's in the chat, my niggas. W's in the chat. WWB. W's in the chat. This is the biggest one right here. You want to talk about a birthday present? You want to talk about the ancestors showing us that, yo, we are, you want the ancestors to show niggas that, yo, we walking with y'all. We in alignment with y'all. We recognize what you doing. We salute what you doing, big homie. I told people before, you don't got to worry about me. The universe got me. But the universe is definitely watching, and they see who takes care. They see who looks out. They see who supports. They see who's holding it down. They see the haters, the backbiters, the sliders, the D-riders. They see it all, bro. I promise you. And you don't want to cross the wrong one. This Scorpion shit gets real, bro. It could get dark outside. I'm just saying. But yeah, look at this. Note Alleged Media. Check this out. Let me just show you how important this is. Let me explain to you the importance of it, because you just like, what? It's just a channel, right? Cool. Okay. Joined February 4th, 2008. February 4th, 2008. 9,900,000 something views, right? Boom. There's videos on here with Mama Pill 16 years ago. There's videos of Red Pill 16 years ago. Hold on, let's listen to the God.
You dig what I'm saying? We was just building, and you got the floor. Brother Red Pill, Note Alleged TV. We here with the guard. You dig what I'm saying? We was just building, and we were talking about the revolution will not be televised. It will be digitized. Okay. That's the statement of the whole century right there. You dig what I'm saying? And what I'm sharing with the guard is that we must begin taking over the social networks until we can finally see it and realize, or one of us comes forth and says, I could build that. You feel me? Not only can I build that, I could build that times 10. Feel me? And in that way, we could create a whole new network. And then this is where the riches become. This is where the riches start. This is where we buy shares in our own Facebook.
Advertising dollars and all of that.
Yes, that's when we buy shares in our own MySpace, our own YouTube. This is where the real money is getting made at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that, yeah, we took over Facebook. Yeah, we got a strong presence on MySpace. Yeah, we all over Twitter. But we ain't really, like the crusades to take that shit over, ain't really happened. I'm proposing that every person in the community that's playing a part upload some consciousness on there at least every 15 minutes. When you're in front of the computer,
change the color of the light.
Got to. You know what I mean? It's the Elijah theory. You don't condemn the dirty glass of water. You put the clean glass of water next to the dirty glass of water. There are people that are on these sites that had no knowledge before, just came on there to get boxed. Niggas was trying to holler. Shorties was on there trying to find, like, you know, like shopping tips and, you know what I mean? You know, Coach bag websites and I don't know, whatever. But they got on there and they start bumping into shit that they never knew existed. You know what I mean? And it's taking them through portals. You know what I'm saying? And the ride is bumpy. I'm here to let you know. I went through years and years. Niggas that know me will let you know. I went through years of transformation. It's transformed me. I fought it. It beat me up. I beat it up. Vice versa, we wrestle. But the shit is a transforming energy. And it's like putting a caterpillar into the cocoon to turn into a butterfly. Butterflies don't fly with caterpillars. Butterflies don't fuck with caterpillars no more. That's why a lot of niggas don't see me no more. Feel me? To this day. Eagles don't fly with pigeons. They shit on their heads. So when this shit rises your frequency and changes you, you won't even you can't even go back to what you was dealing with before. You know what I'm saying? It's intellectually impossible. You know what I'm saying? Because you put on a new pair of glasses and as they live, you start seeing the bullshit. You start seeing the black devils. You start seeing the white devils. You start seeing the shit don't even exist. It's not even real like that. You know what I mean? So if y'all going through some shit, go through it. You know what I mean? Embrace the information. Embrace the change. Only way the world is gonna change, you gotta start changing yourself and accept shit that, you know what I mean, the true purse. You gotta take that pill, even if it's a horse pill. You gotta chop that shit up and take the pill, you know what I mean? The red or the blue, both will wake you up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, this shit, and it's not coincidental that a lot of people, this within this conscious movement is niggas from the streets and women from the streets, you know what I mean? And people that was into that street life and went through the darkness, went through the, you know what I mean? They went through all of they went through a mentor. You know what I mean? They went through the worst of the worst because it's similar to the coal that goes through the pressure to create the diamond.
Explain the word amenta.
Amenta is the Kemetic underworld that you go into when you pass on to when you leave this life.
You go see King Osiris?
Yes, sir. You know what I mean? And you meet Ampu and your heart gets weighed on the scales to see if it's light as a feather.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And when you go through Amenta, the many levels of Amenta, you make it back into the heaven, you know what I mean? You go to the so-called paradise.
Okay.
This is what the crackers stole and created hell. You know what I mean? So, you know, we all gotta go through that shit, you know what I mean? A lot of us don't have to go through so-called Amenta to be who we are to be here. But some of us have, and some of us do, and some of us will. You know what I mean? And we gotta take that with stride, feel me? And don't cry about it. You know what I mean? Go through it, you know what I mean? You know, I'm here representing a generation that's lost and gone.
Okay.
Straight like that. I'm from 75. My generation is finito. They dead.
Oh,
they
man.
gone.
Something very interesting about the children born in that specific year.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are really lost. I was born in 73.
Yes.
And I got fam, I got friends.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that's born in 75 is real jacked up, homeboy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, man.
You're dealing with children that rose out of the loins of the Black Power movement. You know what I'm saying? Children that was grown out of the loins of the Vietnam War. You know what I'm saying? So you had conscious revolutionary soldiers. You know what I mean? The reason why these children grew up to be super violent is because the parents were super violent. You know what I mean? Even if the parents was passive, turn the cheek kind of people, they still had stuff within them. You know what I mean? They still had anger within them. They still had hurt. They had pain within them. It translated into the children. That was the God era. We was dealing with gods. Like I said on the tape before, there was gods out there in the streets creating shit like hip-hop, breakdancing, beatbox, graffiti, writing rhymes.
Which is ghetto hieroglyphics.
Yeah, and they was dealing with the knowledge. They was dealing with degrees. They was not asleep. They knew that they was God. Feel me? And they was riding on the devil. Remember old New York? Crackers couldn't walk through Harlem. Crackers couldn't walk through Brooklyn. Crackers couldn't walk through the Bronx. Crackers couldn't walk through Midtown Manhattan to go to work. Feel me? Niggas was in their pockets, smacking them up, telling them to their face, the black man is God. They had to eradicate that. You feel me? They had to. So the attack on my generation came with a chemical war. They call this shit crack. Came with a biological war, they call it AIDS. It was a war. Then they follow that up with the war on drugs. And they have documented where the people say it was a real war, whereas the casualties on one side was 300% more than the casualties on the other side, just to say that they took no losses on their side.
Okay.
It was a real war that wielded real results because people were
YouTube.
You know what I'm saying? People was...
I'll give you the link in a second.
People was incarcerated by the millions. People were murdered by the millions. You feel me? CIA black ops were taking place. They were knocking people off by the hundreds, man. It was still...
Talk about where I'm from.
Where you from, sis? Oh, beautiful. Exactly. Beautiful. Exactly. You know what I mean?
No. Because this is for the sisters, brothers, children.
I want to build about South America.
How about
we was just talking
for no reason that's starving? How about people that's walking barefooted? How about crack? Crack is harder out there than it is out here.
What year would you say that it came there? When was it introduced?
I don't know. I was born in 83. My mother was a crackhead.
Yeah.
I'm a foster child since day one, so I can't really tell you.
Yeah, but and that's real talk. Like I said, they launched the chemical.
I'm about to come out with my own book pretty soon. Y'all going
See?
Come in the same picture, y'all.
But no matter where we're at, as long as we look like this, as long as we come from a country that have melanated black people, they are attacking us. The third world is going through slavery right now. The brother Sinetta be having the pictures up of the brothers hanging in the Jim Crow and stuff. People who come by, why y'all got that up? That don't have nothing to do with right now. Nigga, have you been around the world? Have you been to Peru? Have you been to Haiti? Have you been to Belize?
Right now, Belize, white people is trying to take over.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
They're starting to buy land.
They buying up the water. Yeah, they buying up the natural resources because they poisoned these lands. They poisoned their home. Europe ain't even producing food and shit like that. So they trying to take the tropics over. The prices are down. They bodying them with the IMF and all of that, the World Banks with this fake recession.
There's no supermarket. There's no. It's tough. You gotta grow your own food, your own vegetable, your own rice. You gotta
no
grow
supermarket.
All that. No supermarket.
That's a
There's a lot of stuff that's not there. Like stores. If you go to a clothing store, it's more expensive. So there's people out there that don't have nothing.
No clothes.
That walks around with no shoes, barely clothes.
What about and what about the people that came here from these countries?
I'm struggling right now. Right now, I'm trying to get my GED so I can move on up and help my country.
Yes.
To build themselves up. You know what I mean? Instead of letting the white man come over there and taking over. See, this is where we fuck up at. We letting the white man come over in our country taking over.
Yes.
And now instead of them helping us, they fucking us.
And then you got to eat out of their hands.
Beg for crumbs from the master's table.
We cut grass to make money. We basically selling them rice and all this other stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that people need to like realize that we fucking up a lot.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, that wasn't even planned. I promise you on God. That wasn't even planned.
Go to the website you love.
That was literally the first video that we just clicked on, right?
For your words.
But this is a museum. This is a library.
You got the floor.
I lie to you not. This is a library. The further down you go, the further down in time you go. Here goes Valentine talking about Obama. Let's watch this.
Chris V.
ATL Museum.
Chris V. Still get it from the intellect reservoir. Cosmic surfing, these two sons of God didn't come from virgins. Ether makes up these gods. We rode light angles to the earth plane. Again trapped in skin but a different name. Monads, been here since Ruth and Moabs. Thought you killed me when Drew and Marcus got toe tagged. That's why I'm here with the Grand Chairman of Fear. Truth make you think critical like Sabir. Doing the God thing.
And the glittering mulatto has now shown himself to be the lapdog. He's definitely for Zionist Israel. And everything about him, besides the fact that there are, allegations of his homosexuality, allegations of his drug taking in those days, allegations that he was working with the mob, all of these allegations, of course, you need a lot of money to keep it from being in the press, which he has. Zbigniew Brzezinski will pick his running mate. He won't.
Right. Can you give the viewing public some back history on Zabriskie?
Zbigniew Brzezinski used to be the Secretary of State for, who was it, Reagan? Or who was he was Secretary of State for?
Carter administration.
Carter, I believe, right. And he is the brain trust, like what's the name of this guy?
Carl Rove.
Karl Rove was for Bush. He was the brain trust for Clinton. And he wrote a book, The New American Century, if I'm not mistaken, where he began to tell people back then what was necessary for America to remain a superpower or to be created, to keep us right. He's an old Cold War veteran.
Right.
And when he puts Obama in, you can be sure that you'll be seeing an escalation of tension with Russia.
Right. I mean, just last week, there was an issuance by Russia telling America that if they go ahead and set up a military installation in the Czech Republic, that they're going to take that as a sign of war and they're going to retaliate.
Sign of aggression.
Because, you know, America is trying to put up an anti-missile defense system on that side.
Yeah. So that goes to show you that we escalating the Cold War scenario when he gets into office, because Zbigniew Brzezinski will be the president of the United States at that time.
Right. What I do find funny as well is that there's a lot of tension in the Middle East at this particular point in time. He already appeared at the APEC and expressed his willingness to defend Israel at any cost. Now, Iran and Israel, you know what I'm saying, it seemed to be getting into a shoving match. Is pretty much backed up by George Bush. I read something on the Huffington Post today where he said that he's in full compliance, even though his quote-unquote advisors have advised him against it. So, do you believe that an escalation of that sort will happen? And if when is the strategical time for it to go down?
I don't know what strategic moment they will have chosen to actually do this, but it is necessary for them to escalate pressure, because remember, tension creates currency. With tension and terror, you can generate dollars.
Yes, because everything, you know, everything on the news in the morning is economic gauging of how these world affairs are affecting the markets.
Exactly.
So they're studying, you know, based on Israel's threat or Iran's threat, oil is up.
The market is up, yes, on oil and on weapons.
Right. Yes. And gold and silver.
Gold and silver, yeah. All the heavy commodities are up.
Right.
Once you start working that way. The problem is that we do not understand that we live in a wartime economy. We live in a war economy. The United States is a war machine. Therefore, as a war machine, it has to represent itself through war tactics. So terror alert, yellow alert, orange alert, all these are tension. The very fact you have to get yourself to travel from one country to another, you have to get a passport. A passport is a military issuance. In other words, it gives you the ability to go from one area of one hostile area of conflict to another hostile area of conflict. And remember, the people were considered the enemy of the states. The people now are the enemy of the government.
Right. Now,
they need passports for safe travel.
Two last things, because a lot of distrust in Obama has arose via him backing the FISA bill, which in effect kind of aligns him with the president, the current quote-unquote president, because he's giving him an extension of his quote-unquote military powers. You know.
Well, if you read the initial write-up, I said that he was the finance minister, or his chief financer worked for Bush. So there is a in-house, almost an incestuous relationship. There is no Democratic, there is no Republican. These are all farces. These are all set up to make us believe that there is a difference for them for our choices. There aren't. So when you're looking at Bush and the rest of these people, when they're dealing with what they're dealing with, they are the same monster. I remember I showed you inside that religion has 3 heads. Same thing with this monster. It is a multi-headed hydra.
Right, because as the American people are calling for, you know, Bush to be brought to justice for his war crimes, the Democrats are the ones that are shooting down any legislation that would allow that to take place.
Allow it to happen. Why?
So they're safeguarding their quote-unquote president.
Because they want to know that when they're coming out, their president is about to do some dirt, and they want the next president to take care of them.
Right. So escalation of war on Bush's watch will be continued carried out.
Yes.
If Obama is
president, he will have to show his strength, so he has to have a war. He has to show his strength, show the world that he means business, so he has to commit to some kind of conflict. As you know, it doesn't matter what you do in president. The only thing they remember about you as a president is if you were in war. So all presidents must have a chance or do something to spill blood.
Right. One last thing. Well, it's not one. It's two things that I find of curiosity, and one is that China is a premier player in terms of its takeover of Africa at this present time. So I'm seeing that if you get someone that has somewhat of a dual citizenship for America in Africa, and America has to play in Africa in order to survive, you know what I'm saying, the next coming years, then, you know, who better to do it than someone who has ancestral tie-in and roots based on his tribal affiliation through his father.
Yeah. Well, you see, it's nepotism. You have to remember that we're dealing with a hierarchy of royals. It's bloodline. It's all about bloodline. So all of the chicks that they're playing are just criminals playing at being legal, lawful people. They're not. They're criminals.
Right. Now, this will be my last question, because I was watching Deep Impact, and I saw Morgan Freeman up there laying, you know, the template for quote-unquote black president, you know what I'm saying, especially the fact that he was naming the probe Messiah and everything.
Well, it was laid out in the TV series 24 as well.
Right. And the president in 24 said that he's the one that laid it out.
That's right.
Now, as we approach 2012, you know, and a lot of people are harping on, you know, that particular harmonic that's about to take place based on the Mayan prediction. Would it be to their benefit to install a melanated president in place? You know what I'm saying?
No matter who's in presidency, the seat itself is what we're dealing with. The seat is nothing more than a corporate head, the CEO of the company. He has orders based on the stock rate. Who are the stock market? Who are the stock players? The Rockefellers, the Carnegies. These are the people who have the stock in America. They own the money. They own the finance of America. Therefore, they own America. So he is nothing more than a sitting president of a corporation that is owned and operated by the families, the 5 families. And that's it. He has no power. The President of the United States has no power. And all the movies that make it look like they have power is nonsense, just to perpetrate the myth.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, beloved. Peace.
Grand chairman of fear. Truth make you think critical like Sabir. Doing the God things, I make ancients appear. And all I'm hearing is knocking while I'm watching a seer. Ancient rituals and sound healing notes through Pro Tools. Eye to eye transfers knowledge, you need no schools. Waking up the masses, music is class.
Make sure y'all go and subscribe to the Know the Ledge original channel, y'all. That right there is our museum. You know what I mean? Make sure you run it up and go to Know the Ledge Media. We're gonna do a big celebration for the return to the channel. Make no mistake about it. Big things are going. We're gonna do a big celebration. So just look out for that. But go and sign up and deep dive. Go and spend some time binging on all of that treasure right there. That treasure, that's almost like it's feel like they opened up Icebox and gave it back to them. Like, imagine if Icebox got like locked out. Imagine if they locked somebody outside of the metropolitan Egyptian all of those artifacts, all of those treasures was just locked up. Then one day they just give you the key. So that's where we at with it. You feel me? That's where we at with it. But go ahead and do your deep dive, do your due diligence. It is the KTL Museum. You don't have to speculate. You will get to know more about me and my brother than anything that we could tell you on these shows. As a matter of fact, for the last 2 years, I've just been prepping you to go on that. Now you have the legend. Now you have the lore. Now you have the story time. Now you have the backstory. Now I've given you context. The actual content, though, which is the real data, the richness, the gold, the oil, it's sitting right there. They just opened up an oil field. They just opened up a bank. They just opened up a museum. They just opened up a studio. Right? Don't tell me about the ancestors. Don't tell me about this third eye atlas. It's third eye atlas, ladies and gentlemen. Third eye atlas, right? Third eye atlas. On Monday, we will be at Nicholas in Brooklyn presenting Third Eye Atlas, right? Melanin Mondays pop-up event, IRL. Third Eye Atlas, my G. You know what I'm talking about? What are we talking about? We here now. Third Eye at Last. That's what we hosted by King Simon. Links is in the bio. It's in the description. Where's my mods at? We got mods in the building. Shout out to my mods. You know, I'll be working my mods. Shout out to the mods. Mods, when we do the retreat, y'all coming with us when we go and do the retreat. When we go off grid, I'm bringing my mods with me so we could all work together. You know, where we go, wherever we go, the mods go with us. That's law. You know, let me look for this link for the Eventbrite for Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, back to back, ladies and gentlemen, in New York City. I meant to say the announcement for the new people in the building. New announcement, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gods and goddesses. November the 10th and November the 11th, a 2-for-1, a 2-for-2-for, a back-to-back, right? In anticipation and build up to our 50th birthday, our born day. We are in New York City, the Empire State, NY, right? Our stomping grounds, Brooklyn to be exact. You know what I'm talking about? We outside, right? And we decided to come back to make this thing pop, right? To make this thing happen because, you know, we can't neglect our city. And it's also my son's 18th birthday. Shout out to Amir. My son just turned 18. How about that? Yes, Blue Pill will be at Nicholas on the 15th. King Shaman's 30th celebration at Nicholas, Brooklyn, November 15th and 16th. King Simon will be hosting Melanin Mondays on this Monday, which is the 10th, in anticipation for his upcoming event on the 15th and the 16th. The good brother will be hosting. I am honored to have him as a host. The microphone controller, the one and only King Simon. So you know we're going to have it lit. You know it's going to be turned up. So the first day, metaphysics, occult, is going to give you that feeling. It's going to give you that information. Then the day after that, pure AI. Pure AI. Okay, that's Imaginarium. Techno Tuesdays IRL at Nicholas Bookstore. The same place where I did the Fantasy Complex Industry. So I return with the Imaginarium. And that's going to be a full lecture. That's where I'm going to break this down, right? The third mind in the machine. I'm going to break down this white paper. If I do have time tonight, I'll read some passages from it. But this one right here, this is it. This is the one. See, it don't even have to be that thick. The white papers. Let's talk about it. I could show you how to make it happen. But the white paper is fire. Fire. So November 14th is my big day. Me and Blue. November 14th. We were born on a Friday. This shit laying on a Friday. So that day, we are going to be doing a party in Atlanta. I don't have the tickets up. It is invite. We're going to have an invite. It's going to be, it will have tickets though. We'll definitely have tickets, but we're also going to be sending out invites to our close friends and our people in our network and our comrades and, you know, other Scorpios, you know what I'm saying? People in the community and whatnot. So it's going to be limited though, because I don't have 1,000 headphones. So it will be limited in the amount of headphones that we have. When we put the tickets on sale, make sure that you get your tickets so you can get your headphones so you can get up in there. It's going to be an audio experience, but it's going to be our documentary through the music. because the music tells the story of Red Pill and Blue Pill, who used to be called Twin, who used to be called Filthmore, who used to be called Wisdom and Felony. We have multiple iterations, multiple lives, multiple stories, multiple generations of ourselves, not just one, not just Red Pill and Blue Pill. We didn't just come out of nowhere. Like there's a whole history, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to show you through the music. This is going to be my song list. And I'm going to do this too. Let me do this. I'm going to do this. King Simon's. I think Blue is going to come out here after our party's in Atlanta, but Blue is going to come out here the day to do your party as well. Oh, let me go back. Turn on the audio. Let me turn on the audio. So this is my SoundCloud. I just literally found my SoundCloud the other day. You know what I'm saying? This shit been sitting dormant for mad long. I gotta go and do some operations on it because it's even attached to an old card and all type of shit. But this SoundCloud is a treasure trove of musical gems that I didn't even remember having. That's what I'm saying. It must have been some type of blockage that was lifted, like the boot on memory or some type of shit was uplifted recently. I have the actual printout and the information. I just have to get it in front of me, right? Because I don't want to say the wrong information. But let me share my SoundCloud so we could go in a slight musical teaser, right? I'm gonna give you a little teaser as to what we have available for the 50 for 50, right? The 50 for 50, like 30 for 30. It's a play on that. Okay. So the first song that I'm popping off with, this is called a SoundCloud era. So there's eras. So this is the SoundCloud era. As you can see on the thing, it says 11 years ago. So this is 11 years ago. Okay. So everything is timestamped. That's why I like SoundCloud, because they timestamp everything. So this is your proof of work. This is your authentic in this year of AI music and all of this fake shit. You're gonna go back to authenticity. You're gonna go back to proof of work. You're gonna go back to actual saying that I was doing shit all the way, because doing it now is not that, it's not really saying that much, but doing it back then is saying a lot.
Bombs over.
Y'all get a little preview.
Bombs over Baghdad. Turf wars like Israel and Palestine. Monopoly. Land on boardwalk like Dr. Valentine with them poppy seeds.
Bitch.
Let's play
All right, hold on.
Properly.
Let's see if y'all know bars. Let's see if y'all know bars.
Building like I'm Socrates. Fulfillment of the prophecy of
well, I said Dr. Valentine with the poppy seeds. Right? Now this video, this is a timepiece. This is about Boardwalk Empire, right? So in Boardwalk Empire, Jeffrey Wright, his name was Narcissus Valentine, and he was working with the UNIA. Who seen Boardwalk Empire on HBO? One of the best shows ever about gangster shit, about the whole Prohibition gangster era mob. It's like The Wire, or it's like The Wire for the mob, for the Prohibition era mob shit. And Omar was Chalky White. When we get Charleston White, but before there's Charleston White, there's Chalky White. How many of my Boardwalk Empire people are out there? Talk black to me. Nucky Thompson, nigga. Yo, they was going. They had Garvey. They had J. Edgar Hoover going after the Black Messiah in there. They had Garvey in there. They had mad work in there. I promise you, if you did not see Boardwalk Empire, you do not know what you are missing out on, bro. So they had my dude. So my dude, Narcissus, they were selling poppy back then. They was selling poppy. He was working for the UNIA, but they was moving that boy and whatnot. So they covered that in the show. But yeah, let's go back to the top.
Bombs over. over Baghdad. Turf wars like Israel and Palestine. Monopoly. Land on boardwalk like Dr. Valentine with them poppy seeds. Bitch, let's play Monopoly properly. Libyans with property. Building like I'm Socrates. Fulfillment of the prophecy of Moorish aristocracy. Elijah, Drew Ali, Marcus G. A-R-V-E-Y. All hail to the B-E-Ys. A-L-I's, E-L's, and D-E-Y's. Reppin' the 5, no weapon alive shall form against me. A normal century, hopping out of door. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Started from the bottom with a penny in the trenches. Now a nigga straight like it's Remy 20 inches. Raised a bunch of capital to fund my 20 ventures. My passport, 6 flag, greatest of adventures. Confidential doctrines got me continental hopping. Diversified portfolios with monumental options. Belts all gold like intercontinental boxing. Confidential conference. Lawyers watching lawyers. Employers watching employers. Satellites available. More voyeurs watching voyeurs. Ping game legendary. Philip Thomas Sawyer. Marble on my foyer, Persian on my rug. Your modern day version of a plug. Smooth criminal, smart gay merging with a thug. What the fuck is going on? The beat's whack, the flow is wrong, my show is on, know the ledge. It's growing on the older heads, they know the song, they know the pledge. They know we strike like cobra heads. Repeat the wisdom Yoda said, repeat the wisdom Hova said. The Bentley blew the Rover red, the Bentley blew the Rover red.
This is Lighthouse, A.A. Rashid, younger brother, Lighthouse. That's who made the beat too.
Yo, the most dramatic Asiatic. I take bigger chances, risking life in order to acquire understanding. Speaking Spanish, un poco dialogue, it's kinda malo. Foreigners exchange the birthrights of aboriginals, still using their slave names, that's criminal. Created and separated, they attack the individual with subliminal shit to enslave you. They worship the man who enslaves you, sacrifice for truth, lay it on the table. They hate you cause they ain't you, that's basic. Only one race, no place for a racist. Brothers get tired and nobody trying to say shit. I'm trying to take it where we need to take it, cause all y'all can make it. This the foundation, gotta send love out to all my Haitians. First free nation, stood up against that colonization. Dying at the hands of their brother, grafted man lives for color. Same motherland, yet everybody suffer without that real love that you need from one another. Man, I see it vivid like Stevie when I wonder. Heart strike loud, reverberate like thunder. Awake from the slumber, Red talk to him more.
More or less, I know what's best. I suggest we coalesce and form a coalition. More money to make than a prohibition. These niggas act funny with no ambition, no damn vision, no religion. Chasing the breadcrumbs, they throw the pigeons. They sow division, then they go to prison. African and Latin Americans trafficking heroin. Up all night like the staff at the Sheraton. Casualties of war, modern day crusades. It's like the wrath for the Saracens. Get your math, it's imperative.
This next one is called Pill Season, featuring me and Blue. This is from 11 years ago. This is part of 50 for 50, y'all. 50 for 50. Tickets go on sale on Monday. Melanin Monday, y'all. Let's go. This is more fire Saturday. Saturday. Blue Ticket. I can hear it good. I can hear it good. Let me know how the audio is. Look.
Life is incredible. I yawn when I wake, when I spark the medical, contemplate about time and quantum space. I wanna know what heaven knows. Welcome to the ebb and flow of my poetic prose. I exist in a world between yes and no's. I was able to phone home after being shown one of my homes and one of them Star Wars episodes. These tricks of magic, just relax, bitch, you been an actress. Frontin' like them niggas you interact with ain't intergalactic. I spit uranium, stronger than titanium. I had my way with them, I didn't come to play with them. Copper with germanium, watch the game. Eloquently change with them, boulders of ice, thrice colder than Nova Scotia. And had the nerve to rock Bergen of Palladium. Midsummer G, this a summary of my history. My history.
They studying the gods like books in Harvard. Ever since Jackie Robinson, we've been the Brooklyn Dodgers. Collection of pistols.
I told you, niggas.
This is a Fleazy Beat production.
To this day.
Life is incredible. I yawn when I wake, when I spark the medical, contemplate about time in quantum space. I wanna know what heaven knows. Welcome to the ebb and flow of my poetic prose. I exist in a world between yes and no's. I was able to phone home after being shown one of my homes in one of them Star Wars episodes. These tricks of magic, just relax, bitch. You been an actress, frontin' like them niggas you interact with ain't intergalactic. I spit uranium, stronger than titanium. I had my way with them, I didn't come to play with them. Copper with germanium, watch the game, eloquently change with them. Boulders of ice, thrice colder than Nova Scotia. I had the nerve to rock Bergen or Palladium. Midsummer G, this a summary of my history. They studying the gods like books in Harvard. Ever since Jackie Robinson, we've been them Brooklyn Dodgers. Collection of pistols is larger than sweater collections of Mr. Rogers. Before G's, Paul please, got Masons and visit your camp like Jason Voorhees. You trill moguls, still noble, ATL Guild nobles. Nerd ass niggas, bird ass niggas, super herb ass niggas, 1/3 ass niggas. Certified, verified, we ain't never lie. Laws, it was written by the Moors. Scoops, they be sitting by the door. Robin Hood and Robin Jean. Spreading my wings, I'm having sovereign dreams. We moving on a larger estate. You can harbor the hate. I'm like a young Malcolm after harbor debates. Standing victorious, glorious. Ready to DIE for something like Notorious B.I.G. Look, CIB banging like Chia Lee on the PIG. When they askin' the CID, fuckin' sit down. Treat you niggas like I'm Chris Brown and your Matt Bauer. Time ticking like Jack Bauer. People screaming out Black Power.
To this day. To this day.
Keep it going.
Hey, yo, Shaman, what it do? You got that sacred herb?
Imagine this with the headphones on though.
Back.
In the spot.
Royal Immortals.
Vibing. The videos with the visuals on the screen.
What they talking about?
Oh my God.
Watching, yo. What you saying? You cats funny to me, man. Guess we gotta reiterate. Yo, Shaman, check it, yo. Yo. You 3D Negroes don't have a clue. I've been blessing these mics before 92. Lyrically, I'm God, so who the fuck is you? With all that savage talk and your demonic crew. Misleading our youth with that bullshit you do. It's a Moon Ra, the Black Doctor Who. Now shit on tracks like I'm drinking prune juice. From the booth that breaking mental chains loose. Let's take it from the beginning so you'll know your story. The crackers moved in and stole all your glory. They destroyed your culture and stole your land. Cave dwelling vultures, they hate your tan. They dying out, so now they need the human. They got to mix in if they want to expand. So they create shows like Scandal, causing our goddesses to lust after animals. Shit is a joke.
Heavenly Father, forgive them, they have sinned. They just wanna be black magicians. No weapon shall prosper, I'm the shaman. Master key maker of the talisman. I seen the best of friends become the foulest men. Who am I to judge them? I'm just protecting myself from certain dangers that's prophesizing. When you cast them pearls, they trample on them. But
but I still drop jewels, teach the rules, raise fools, wave my wand like nunchucks on these dudes. Why you wanna box? My magic is karate, mixed with Tai Chi, Qigong, and Pilates. Precision with precision, body after body. I'm in the underworld, spiritual John Gotti. My mama muerte, I got them skulls on them. When I sip tequila, my warriors run on them. Spiritual but gangster guns and swords on them. I tried to tell you, man, you should have forewarned them. You see, they really scared of the dark side, which is the pathway to the light far side. Keep blocking blessings while she passing you by. You think it's all game, I'm really that guy. Contractual agreements binding me, reminding me. On the 18th, they ended the dynasty. Went from Mr. T on the 18th. Ornaments adorn gold to the state greens. In the dorm with some dormant souls. Look closely, you can see your auras. All colors of the spectrum, Theodora. Solid gold H stands for the Hermes. Fish scales on the belt, Little Mermaid. Call them Venom, all black Gucci denim. And I'm in them, your highness be adorned in the finest things. There's dynasties from the 18th dynasty. Canary yellow diamond rings, belts from Orion. Smelted the iron, shook the pillars of the matrix and they felt it in Zion. Niggas, they be dying without the help of the Mayans. Meanwhile, we building pyramids without the help of the giants. Birds, they be flying, and my niggas pitching without the help of Orion. Nolan, that is. Picture me rolling, that is. All of my visits have been metaphysics. When they cross the pond, just to toss the bomb. Surface the air, our purpose is clear. The hearse is his hair, ain't no nerve in his hair. I ain't talking about Twitter when I tell you follow me and my hombres. Hashtag Paulo, my hombre. All of my soldiers left the earth with the gun. You man, you should have forewarned them. You see, they really scared of the dark side, which is the pathway to the light far side. Keep blocking blessings while she passing you by. You think it's all game, I'm really that guy. Contractual agreements binding me, reminding me. On the 18th, they ended the dynasty. Went from Mr. T on the 18th. Ornaments adorn gold to the state greens. In the dorm with some dormant souls. Look closely, you can see your auras. All colors of the spectrum, Theodora. Solid gold H stands for the Hermes. Fish scales on the belt, Little Mermaid. Call them Venom, all black Gucci denim. And I'm in them, your highness be adorned in the finest things. There's dynasties from the 18th dynasty. Canary yellow diamond rings, belts from Orion. Smelted the iron, shook the pillars of the matrix and they felt it in Zion. Niggas, they be dying without the help of the Mayans. Meanwhile, we building pyramids without the help of the giants. Birds, they be flying, and my niggas pitching without the help of Orion. Nolan, that is. Picture me rolling, that is. All of my visits have been metaphysics. When they cross the pond, just to toss the bomb. Surface the air, our purpose is clear. The hearse is his hair, ain't no nerve in his hair. I ain't talking about Twitter when I tell you follow me and my hombres. Hashtag Paulo, my hombre. All of my soldiers left the earth with the guns blazing. Like the end of glory, yes, end of story. Late 90 went from Tissamoris, then they bought the biz before me. 600 big bodies sitting on the chrome. Realignment like the AutoZone. Martyrdom, wake up in the underworld, the God is home. We are not alone. 72 virgins. Hey, yo, Shaman, what it do? You got that sacred herb, yo? Always. We back.
This next one is called Chariots of Fire. This is we did this 15. This is my Magnus opus. This is when I came. This is when I broke out of whatever shell I might have been in, and I went crazy. And this was the birth of. This was from Filthmore to Red Pill. No. This is the Filthmore era. But yeah, this is Chariots of Fire. 15 years ago, right here, y'all. King Uraeus, Blue Pillar, Red Pillar. Let's go.
The Jedi trilateral radical.
Comes from our we had sessions over at Cleopatra's Needle, which is the Tekken. That was some historical sessions that we had with the gods in the community, from AA to Asir to you name it. But those were this what came out of that. You know what I mean? And then after that, it was the Secret Chiefs, which we'll play next.
Wave of my hand, 10,000 chariots ride. I can look you in your eyes and tell you no lies. The space between spaces is where I reside. Harder to push knowledge cause my people wanna pay tithes and never relate to where the whites say they should arrive. If your children are missing that 10, question box 5 with the 45 to their board and trustees. Pardon me, my poetry is my personal pet peeves. You wanna test me, I fail school Regencies, but I'm a past master magically. So don't believe what I say, question your reality, question with fallacy, question the galaxy, question the question of their individuality. Then for discussions we may share, rituals in accordance with solstice we may prepare. Bend elements, hold tidal waves in mid-air, so yeah, when give me yeah. The Jedi, trilateral radicals.
Trilateral radicals, that was our
10,000
group.
chariots ride. I can look you in your eyes and tell you no lies. The space between spaces is where I reside. Harder to push knowledge cause my people wanna pay tithes and never relate to where the whites say they should arrive. If your children are missing that 10, question box 5 with the 45 to their board and trustees. Pardon me, my poetry is my personal pet peeves. You wanna test me, I fail school Regencies, but I'm a past master magically. So don't believe what I say, question your reality, question with fallacy, question the galaxy, question the question of their individuality. Then for discussions we may share, rituals in accordance with solstice we may prepare. Bend elements, hold tidal waves in mid-air, so yeah, when give me yeah. I'll erect a barrier. You need warning cops for me. Bring an aircraft carrier. Death and married. Her grip Poland's a winner block. I'm like juicing no hold bars, punching through cinder blocks. Warrior to Shinnecock. Let my crown interlock. You in a privileged position to hear me verbal shadow box. What happens when I out with myself? Go underworld, change clothes, rock King County and self-paid. Naga gotta meditate. Knowledge as well. Trying to tame the lower natures. We wear skulls on our belts. Got Hindus on their knees, worshiping the genitals. Burning candles with upside down pentacles. I show you how the spirit world and our world is identical. Playgrounds and chaos crash like biblical. Tell the feds bring the table, pump off till they get the proof. Cloak hoodies, full moon on the roof. Jokers loose, headless horsemen, toss men. Pray before I shoot, spit, profound, manipulate verbs and nouns. Fit into a pit, the hood's dirty and low down. You know now, boss man in all towns and all times.
They say that the way to defeat the beast from the side of the machine. Big brother, inspired through screens when I'm eyeing some teens. I wake up in cold sweats asking, is the matrix somewhere inside of my dreams? Or so it seems, cause I'm having deja vu, reoccurring scenes in my real life is bleeding over to what I see where my eyelids are sealed tight. Something don't feel right, blocks are starving, the cops are squadrons, discharging the steel pipes, unarmed whenever they feel like. The reality of it all is so obscene. There's nooses popping up all over the scene. Is someone gearing up for war into the soldiers' esteem? I never thought I'd live to see the day when our Secretary of State could sit back and see black water slaughter father, son, mother, and black daughter.
No more march in the Selma, in the court in the Dr. Jack Belder. The elders been trapped in the mazes like Zelda. They must have never heard of the Moors like Noah. In the court in the Delbert, there's a war going on outside no man is safe from. The hate comes in all shapes and sizes. The hate disguises like chameleons. As the nation rises, the tension is thicker than Brazilians. As requested, the children got a million. If you ask me, them crackers don't respect us. We always having lectures. This niggas in the game playing chess, not checkers. How we fell for shit like Secretary Delbert.
Be a state could sit back and see black water slaughter father, son, mother, and black daughter.
No more march in the Selma, in the court in the Dr. Jack Belder. The elders been trapped in the mazes like Zelda. They must have never heard of the Moors like Noah. In the court in the Delbert,
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. The hate comes in all shapes and sizes. The hate disguises like chameleons. As the nation rises, the tension is thicker than Brazilians. As for question, the children got a million. If you ask me, them crackers don't respect us. We always having lectures. This nigga's in the game playing chess, not checkers. How we fell for shit, like segregation to the devil's nation. This is revelations. All they showed you was degradation. All they showed you was devastation. On the fucking reservations and plantations, we built this damn nation. From the projects to the pyramids, we the pharaohs of the ghetto, the kings of the hood. The chariots is golden, there's wings on the hood. Shit. We the pharaohs of the ghetto, the kings of the hood. The chariots is golden, there's wings on the hood. I'm King Tut to my left, Gilgamesh in the flesh. The Persian excursion, Marrakesh expressions. I'm Ganesh to the death, Osiris or Papyrus. I can not until I'm writing. What the fuck I've been forgotten? What the fuck I'm picking cotton? They're down bottom, down trotting, lower Egypt. They knowin' Jesus, they knowin' Jesus. The Greeks call me Horus, my niggas call me Heru. No homo, I'm a bitch, call me Nomo. Serious B, I'm serious A, I'm serious C, mysteriously. I'm so picked up on the saga of the novice. Shit, I'm higher in a biff, higher in a split, getting higher up in this bitch. Oh.
We need to go back to church. Oh my God, we need to go back to church. The church needs us. I mean, the church needs us.
We'll have our own version.
Look, I'm going to show brothers and sisters how much the church needs us. When we open the book of Genesis, and we open the book of Ezekiel, we open the book of Revelation, it states the herbs are for the healing of the nation.
13 years ago.
The herbs are for the healing of the nation. Fruits shall be for meat, and the leaves shall be for the healing of the nation.
Oh yeah, this is for mixtape. These are mixtapes. We have mixtape parts.
Got heavy thoughts weighing on the golden scales. Sitting at the round table sipping on the golden ale from the golden grails, telling golden tales in the castle with the crooks from the brooks and the golden flails. Reminiscing on my niggas growing old in jail, yet and still these niggas cooking crack in the pot, yet and still I'm never looking back like I'm lot. The sleepwalkers reading bedtime stories to the slimes in the form of the nursery rhymes, the twin pillars. Communicating like Mercury sign, we virtually align with Africa been by the coup Hercules minds. Every branch on the family tree, producing young wizards like Manly P. Living out our dark twisted fantasies, Apollonia and vanity. Handcuffed to the can it be all so simple?
We do the video. Visual.
From driving these whores insane to walk around Harlem repping Moors in Spain. No flaws in the chain, arms swinging like the pendulums left to right. Gold emblems reflecting light. Respect the Christ who carries the cross and still move through this bitch with chariot force. I arose from my ashes, looking at the world through these rose-colored glasses. I was raised in the bush like tribes out of Africa, where the rites of passages with drive-bys and massacres. The general consensus is the generals relentless. A nightmare to these pilgrims like Seminole defenses. These criminals are senseless. The war was waged with chemical intentions to put the generals and henchmen in maximum, medium, and minimal detentions. Welcome to the jungles. A lot of Glocks and a lot of boxing. Well, turning your cheeks is not an option. No adoptions for orphans. The vultures eat the carcasses, no coffins. Altered beasts. Endorphins got a metamorphin into awkward freaks. Well, turning the Cochrane is not an option. The people support, people's court. If you selling crack to your mama, Black Madonna, post Obama, consider yourself Black Osama. Enemy combatant, we clapping, bringing back memories of lower Manhattan. The wrath of Bin Laden, the fire and the brimstones, wrath of 10 dragons. Few hundred on your head, the math of Ben's wagon. Spit on cruise in the seas, shooting movies for free. That's proven to be something soothing to see. Every episode is like moving a key. The reasons that you see us in a twin spurs, twin furs. We broke the commandments of Ben-Hur.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
What was that?
Oh, we drop bombs when our guest is, figuratively dropping bombs.
Oh my God! That was a tsunami of the bomb.
Yeah. This right here, Legends of the Guardians, y'all. This right here was real big. This was Blog Talk era right here. This is coming out of the SoundCloud. This is going into the Blog Talk era. This is before YouTube. This is the Blog Talk era. 15 years ago.
As the saying goes, one monkey don't stop no show. Thus no third-dimensional being can stop my flow. I'm multi-dimensional. My style is quantum physical. My lyrical ritual manifests as rhymes. I chant Om at times, become one with the mind. Let it be known, my tone is the new paradigm. To channel my power, put my CD on your shrine. To repeat my name at least 9 times. I avoid bullshit like Muslims avoid swine. I'm the ace of spades and king of diamonds combined. This for your astrology oracles that know the true time. Supreme divine, changing water to wine. I'm on some other shit, like the return of the mothership, Nibiru. Mere mortals, I'll never fear you. I can't even hear you. Your frequency's too low. You couldn't feel me if I was near you. You're vibrating too slow. I study you whack cats like I study plots in a movie. You actor rappers just don't move me. Got my peoples fucked up, worshiping clowns like Gucci, Rick Ross and Jeezy. Shit is so sleazy, it's cheesy. Hold up, does my ears deceive me? I heard somebody say the best rapper was Wheezy. Please, G, none of your MCs can see me. Never. How can you battle the forces of invisibility? I moon ride. A lyrical deity, the manifestation of that dark matter energy. A high priest of Tahuti, the message of Mercury. A warrior of Mars, my words can cause mental scars. Now I communicate, my tongue obliterate wars. Fuck your man-made laws, I awaken souls on tours. Netherian, Syrian, Atlantic, Hemite Moor. A royal immortal, one of the magi of the serpent order. Voice of the source, it's chief flowing water. My presence is felt like that symbol of the woo. An ancient superhero, the black Doctor Who. Looking down on you from on top of a pyramid view. So pay respect when the gods walk through. What you wanna do? I travel with the Nataru.
Yeah. I'm a rock. Who's next?
It's all about race with these black gods. It's all about racing with these black cars. They wouldn't put my face on these black cards. They wouldn't put a lake in my backyard. They wouldn't name this diplomatic status in the conscious communities. Which would only mean we will kill you with impunity. Which would only mean we will kill you for the mutiny. Which would only mean we could kill you for your coonery. I appear tall cause I'm standing on the shoulders of the giants. Molders of the science. When I heat up in the course, I'm colder than Brian. My soul is older than tyrants who rule the kingdom, balancing the codes of compliance with the codes of defiance. Went from 85er lifestyles, pork in the lard, bloods in the crib. We was walking the yard, not a red pill crip walking with gods. You are now talking to God. Devils in a red dresses stalking the God. in my charts. I got New York in my cards. Planets in Atlantis and Brooklyn overlooking central bookings. This instrumental's got my mentals cooking. So go water, the potions is morphine. Ocean 14, America's empire, know the ledge, blowing bread. And ever since the merger, we've been living like the Prince of Persia. The palace like Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Let's not forget the Dallas Knights. See biscuits on my arm. Let's not forget the Dallas types. Run away from parasites. Run away from poverty's paradise. On the midnight train to Georgia, no Gladys nights. No Waka Flocka flames, no Laffy Taffy, no cafe. All you get is pills from the red, the anti-Soho, counter, Cointel, Proflow, sending out chills to the feds. Fuck a label deal, they giving up mills for they was in a drift. It's all cause I'm standing on a show. What you wanna do? I travel with the tattoos. Yeah. I'm a rob. Who's next? It's all about race with these black gods. It's all about racing with these black cars. They wouldn't put my face on these black cards. They wouldn't put a lake in my backyard. They wouldn't give us diplomatic status in the conscious communities, which would only mean we will kill you with impunity. Which would only mean we will kill you for the mutiny. Which would only mean we could kill you for your coonery. I appear tall cause I'm standing on the shoulders of the giants, molars of the science. When I heat up in the course, I'm colder than Brian. My soul is older than tyrants who rule the kingdom, balancing the codes of compliance with the codes of defiance. Went from 85er lifestyles, pork in the lard, bloods in the crib, we was walking the yard. Not a red pill crip walking with gods. You are now talking to God. Devils in a red dresses stalking the guard. In my charts, I got New York in my cards. Planets in Atlantis and Brooklyn overlooking central bookings. This instrumental's got my mentals cooking. So go water, the potions is morphine. Ocean 14, America's empire, know the ledge, blowing bread. And ever since the merger, we've been living like the Prince of Persia. The palace like Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Let's not forget the Dallas Knights. See biscuits on my arm. Let's not forget the Dallas types. Run away from parasites. Run away from poverty's paradise. On the midnight train to Georgia, no Gladys nights. No Waka Flocka flames, no Laffy Taffy, no cafe. All you get is pills from the red, the anti-Soho, counter, Cointel, Proflow, sending out chills to the feds. Fuck a label deal, they giving up mills for his head. We focus on the bigger picture, like world conquest. While you niggas is focused on dancing contests, direct results of France's conquest. The earth is shaking, the pillars is weak. This was spoken revelations, the killers is me. Niggas falling off they square about 1 million a week. The chillers is weak, we still in the streets. Other than that, niggas chillin' the suites. Presidential top floor, chanting down Babylon with the Choctaws. Blackfoots and Seminoles, my black books filled up with generals, underworld criminals. So putting in the work is oh so minimal. Frontline soldiers, never no subliminals. Alchemists engaged in war. It's sometimes mineral, sometimes genetic, sometimes chemical. Cheer. Sitting at a bus stop awaiting the 2012 1111 is a portal. I'm at the helm of comets inside of space. Feel that I'm out of place. What I speak in common as I vanish without a trace and go within myself. That's where answers to questions lie. Keep it all fluorescent as I strengthen my inner eye. Feeding my violent flames, aligning my vortices. Hip hop was original, all I see now is forgery. Back in ancient Kemet, they studied the mystic arts. The main lesson taught was operate from the heart. Imagine a sacred kingdom of elders that came before to pass it on to those, cause the masses omnivores, they eating up anything. Time for a fast, yo, my hands are full, my feet is of brass. The crystal it resonates, cause life forever lasts. It's multidimensional, and with that I conclude the class. Beat this, scribe of all laws, that's the secret. In cold dream states that take 7 lifetimes to reach it. In this space of time I write rhymes, they trying to breach it. The example, apple, or essence of what's needed. Y'all just believe it, but see me what I receive get translated to actual action like telekinesis. I'm at my freest at my office, just slightly left of the galactic centers the way I'm offset. Tight to spiral like a straw set. Paragraphs and did it like alpha paw prints. It's been a while since you really got what you was looking for. Like Moors exploring Florida through Georgia's corridors. The orators spewing spores of Murador. Holding gold scrolls while twisting tours. Soon hitting shores like shipwrecks, extending the legacies of the Toltecs. Much respects to the prop getters, not the propagandists. With inward stance and overstanding how to transmit. Plus a major line of defense against any threats.
trend, going green as the hawk through Pan's labyrinth. Changing shape, shift to being precious metals like a blacksmith. Outline and use plasma blast that burn like acid. This is classic, like Cairo scrolls of the ancients. Good as gold for back and banking. I roll with guys, that's who I'm thanking. Being Bay serious, but y'all can call me Franklin.
Life in this tissue is always sacrificial. Noise blasting missiles. They opening portals and recalling autos, shifting things. Probably about to introduce whips with wings. How else they gonna outrun Popo in this piloted autos? Flying whips and spaceships, straight out the pages of Philip K. Dix. Fuck the Terror Dome, welcome to the Matrix. Alkalize or die, shit's falling out the sky. Man, these crackers is terrified, paralyzed, fear in the unknown, hearing them trumps blow. Before defeat, they retreat across the river Styx. They got you blind all the time about the truth of the 666. Man, it's carving, man. The first shall be last on his sovereign land. 6 neutrons, 6 electrons plus 6 protons equals a cosmic mortal emerging out of cosmic portal. According to the Dogon, transform like Voltron. Due to a rise in the lies, I kept my eyes on the prize like Lionel. Shit, sight me on sight like Obadiah. I can see Zion well from the mountaintop. Yeah, abundant land, a boundless slot. Expose these liars like roaches. Light beyond light, holy fire. My offer, get baptized in the raptures of holy waters. Riding on chariots into this age of Aquarius. Star-studded belts made out of photons like Orion's tails. We stuntin', something serious be by far. The pictures I paint been tri-star, so I excel. Observe me in all of my splendor, high as hell. Blue pills, that's how we do. Royal Immortals, my East Coast, super hate rules. You know how we do, y'all think this a motherfucking game? We ain't playing. They flap their wings on this one.
So I just want to say that this is the era that these songs are being made. There's no YouTube, there's no Instagram, there's none of the distractions that exist. They don't exist in. We're doing 10-minute, 8-minute rhymes because this is our way of communicating with the world. We're not distracted. We don't have YouTube. The ego didn't get involved in certain things. So music sounded different. If you could hear the difference, like there was a lot more concentration, and it's very compact. It's concentrated. It's like a 10, right? Because that's how that era was. Intense studying and going to the dojo. The dojo is the booth, and it was the stage and whatnot. But none of us were really on that big stage, other than I would say AA, and then I say got up there. This one right here, Ivan Van Sertima. This is Ivan Van Sertima. All right, this is 13 years ago. We're gonna go through a few more, but remember, 50 for 50. We got 50 of these babies. 50. That don't even cover the whole catalog. It might be like 50 more times 2. Blue got his own 50.
Yeah. Yo. Exercising my sovereign right to solve our plight. And when I'm in my pirate mode to rob on sight, to the God's delight. I'm the type of hustler you saw in Harlem nights. You niggas burn bridges while we burning ships in the midst of war. Following the creed of the mystic Moors, following the tree, Kabbalistic laws. Using Solomon keys to open Christian doors. Rooms full of weed and some Christian whores and some Christian Dior. We in Da Vinci robes, here to unlock the Da Vinci codes. We got the Rover wrapped with the Moorish coat of arm from the Dover pack. Niggas cross the bridge, they say that Hover's back. Come to tell the divinations of my civilization. Welcome to the nation. We got a magic right. You could say you welcome to the Haitians. We the master masons, the monolithic builders. 2 styrofoam cups of the monatomic silver. Every day is sunny, even if I'm bummy. I could bag of honey and wake up to a bag of money. He left his home made out of precious stone. Manifested flesh and bones, thugs in harmony like flesh and bones. Sitting on his throne on a Lexus chrome. Amethyst necklace on, shining like the sun, my solar plexus on. Took the exit on to a Lexus home. Left a chopped and screwed like a Texas song. Woke up to some breakfast on. Trace for IKEA. Been doing this since the days of Nicaea. We get into the Fiat. We standing on the shoulders of the late great Riaz. Like Sheikh ain't to Diop and Ivan Man's heard of him. My niggas never heard of you. You accident murderer. Niggas never killed shit. We the Adam Clayton and navigating the cruise through Harlem. We running from our superstardom when I'm abroad. I rep the troops from Harlem. It's like I'm Hillary Rodham. The pillars is a problem. Artillery is on him. Ever since they killed Tone in front of Macy's gun on safety. Shit, life in the jungle. Where you can lose your life on the humble. To lose your religion is a boss decision. And these pigeons don't even know the cost of living.
This next one right here. Corpus Delicti. This is Corpus Delicti. 13 years ago. Corpus Delicti. All right. This is Corpus Delicti. Let's go. Red pill. 50 for 50. Let's go. This is some unreleased, never heard before. SoundCloud. Exclusive. Turn the lights out. Vibe out.
When you were converted, you deserted. Then the God within was murdered, placed in a shallow grave. Where the rose was a chattel slave. Born in the image of the living dead, giving bread to the ones who misled you, misfed you, or misbred you, misbranded you, slandered you, handed you a slave narrative to carry to the grave from the carriages. We behaving like we savages. We way above the averages with the love. We way below the marriages. The savages destroyed it from the middle passages. All these passive kids, fucking pacifists, they act as if we the beast of burden, but they fail to mention empires, East of Persians. Whole black kingdoms, but they bleach these versions. With each conversion, they teach these versions. Popes named Urban, Gregory, Innocent. Do the research, they all some degenerates. I took a Kemet trip, came back on some Hemet shit. I'm limitless, slave to the mysteries. They raised us in mystery to our true history in Spain, Portugal, Italy, France, Germany, and Sicily. All of Asia, major and minor. Bet you didn't know they got niggas in China. I remind ya, I rewind ya, like the hands on the clock. Take off from Sirius B and then land on the block. Hand on the Glock. 21 shots when they see your man on his yacht. Sitting at the dock. Young Barack Hussein. Light years ahead like Usain. Haha. I dumbed it down for niggas like 2 Chainz. Was forced to get back in the game like Bruce Wayne, Batman, Mafia. Original God body. Nigga GMO like catfish, tilapia. Carbon copiers. We spotted you niggas. Yeah, satellite Doppler. Sloppier. The gymnast from Czechoslovakia.
Next one. This right here, but the next one is Transform. This was off our mixtape. We put out mixtapes before I put out my first album. Me and Blue were putting out mixtapes when we had the Blog Talk Radio. We were utilizing the hip hop, our formula. We always wanted to be on a mixtape. We are mixtape babies. We grew up listening to mixtape. We've been program conditioned and diagnosed with mixtape madness. So we went and started making our own mixtape many years ago without asking permission. We just had this movement, you know what I mean? We were part of this movement. We were helping to build it. It needed a soundtrack. Many people who y'all would never probably even see, probably don't even know of, people that you do know, people that you're very familiar with. All this was the soundtrack, right? Music played, people were listening to music, playing the music, rocking out, you know what I'm saying? So this is a very, very instrumental part of this community's history. This is the soundtrack. It is a buried treasure. These are buried treasures, y'all. Transform.
didn't assume any damn fall. I was a wayward teen, embracing schemes, making cream, chasing dreams. Ended up trapped in a cell, upstate in Greens. I thought I knew me before, a new me was born. I cracked the shell, awake and I seen the path to hell. It's paved in good intentions, the ways and the means. Anything to make you stray from your dean. Should I mention? The choice is yours. Forgive and forget or deploy the war. Avoid the sword and dodge the bullet. The Neo tactics. Young man, get your ego mastered.
Why would I go backwards, moonwalking like Michael? When the game is centrifugal, it's moving in cycles, cycles, cycles. The music is vital, the music is vital. Why would I go backwards, moonwalking like Michael, Michael? When the game is centrifugal, it's moving in cycles, cycles, cycles. The music is vital. Kept my gears going round like the factories in Michigan. Ears to the ground like some factories in Michelin. Discipline like a shogun. Taught to trust no one, believe only half of what you hear or see. Seriously, treat the derelicts like they heretics, practicing heresy. Off with their heads, try to come and get us for conspiracy. Leave a nigga lost in the feds before the team fled, made off with the bread. Racks, mysteriously they woke up with the head of a thoroughbred horse in the bed. Deliberately they went ahead and tossed it instead. Then we got lost in the sleds, opened up the paradigms. The I-95, New York to the Carolines. The enlightened ones shining like the crystals. Hands and necks flooded with the crystals. The anointed ones pointing guns shining like we Jesus. You niggas plotting like you Judas. The shooters put them in a deep sleep like they was a Buddhist. True this, the gospel accord in the filth moon. By the looks of it, I'm on my Brooklyn shit.
Love that beat. This one right here is I Caramba. I Caramba.
Peace to you and yours.
13 years ago. Same mixtape.
Peace to you and yours. This is No Delay Radio, and you out now rocking with the best.
I Caramba, this summer I hit my number in my slumber. No longer boxed in like Hummers. I got unlimited options. Baham's poster. Focus on getting it poppin'. Where every breath of fresh air is infused with toxins. This dead air is filled with gossip. These red flares from a rocket. These dead stares from a prophet. Behind these dark tents, red glares are my optics of these radiated sockets. Like Scott Summers or Clark Kent. It's how the God vent. Transmutable sight, turn the strife into a beautiful life. Readjust the cameras, now the parameters is set in place. Reality is truly perception based. We shoot in movies, and my Nikes is tightly laced like Heaven's Gate, destined for victory. Since birth, we living on the same earth, but not the same land. I'm moving fashion circles, where even the cloak of night is a name brand. And in these streets, I am legend like Hangman. Even a penny for your thoughts is overpriced. Many's more with mice, high of white to deal with the lows in life. If I could flood the charm with frozen ice, then why not flood the arm with moldavite? Big stones, boulder types. After all, mama gave birth to nation builders like Noah's wife. Mental make-believe, that's masonry. I call that practicing what you preach. Show you right.
Show you right. From several levels of the underworld, we taking back the underground. With a thunder sound, we put our numbers down. With zero spins, the rise of the Hero twins. Damaging shit like Jero twins. No, I'm not a rapper, nor am I a backpacker. I'm more like a drafter of the new chapter of the young master. If hip-hop is dead, then I'm the hereafter. Black magicians with the zombie flow. Even niggas like your boy Barrett Zombie know. Through the pillars is where the killers have come through. Art of warfare like I'm Sun Tzu. We party 40 days and 40 nights. Lost about 40 fights to my lower self. Knowing self while I'm blowing wealth for what it's worth. This your earth, nigga, build your turf. And teach some skateboard niggas how to silver surf. You can roll with red. I'm only asking you to hold your head and keep stacking up that golden lead for the road ahead.
This is No Delay Radio. Peace to the family, peace to the universal family, peace to you and yours.
This next one, this is the last one. This is the sample. We could do it. We'd be here all night with the 50 for 50, but this is a sample of what you have when the tickets go on sale Monday. Snatch them up. It's also going to be live stream. It will be available to the audience online. This is a birthday celebration. This is the 50 for 50. This is our 30 for 30, the musical, our documentary, our walkthrough, our whole path. You're going to hear voiceovers, narrations, the whole works. And it has visual components to all of these songs. So yes, let's go. Let's get it. Road to Awe, Ghetto Shaman, and Red Pill 14 years ago. I love this song. This shit right here. Dark. You know what I mean? So y'all see the sound. So if we sounded like this 15 years ago, imagine the unreleased shit, because that's a part of that as well. Imagine the unreleased shit. You know what I'm talking about? So imagine when we get up to, you'll see the growth, you'll see the development, you'll see the errors, you'll see the different, influences and all of that. It's a beautiful journey, y'all. It is a beautiful journey. This is like an installation, but it's going to be an audio visual installation. All right. So come and check us out in the November the 14th on our actual birthday.
Mortal, red pill, blue pill, ghetto shaman, iron sharpens iron. Let's see. We bleed ink. The pen is mightier than the sword, my lord. So I write the end like the opposition. Channel divine by intuition. My composition, the proven method over competition. Listen, the facts glisten. Bling bling. 85ers never see a thing except them shiny rings and things we sing about. Bring them out. It's hard to yell with the knowledge in your mouth. So I just talk to them, walk through them. Like a heavenly ghost, I prosume. I got disciples on the job like the mob. See me in the streets and you will get robbed of your ignorance for speaking fake jewels. A shaman of the ghetto, yes, I keep those tools. I keep those tools.
Shaman also produced it.
Red Pillar.
If I showed you the top Illuminati, would you turn into all to Bugatti? Sending shots to their mind, soul, and bodies. Sort of shotties. Hanging out of the top of the Maserati or the back of the Bugatti. New Jack wedding scene on the back of the Ducati. Clapping at the Gottis. Listening to Slick Rick, the ruler, Dougie Fresh, Lottie Dottie. These niggas see through like aloe vera. Got you to Bugatti. Sending shots to Bugatti. All in the show.
Red Pillar.
If I showed you the top Illuminati, would you turn into all to Bugatti?
Would you?
Sending shots to their mind, soul, and bodies. Sort of shotties. Hanging out of the top of the Maserati or the back of the Bugatti. New Jack wedding scene on the back of the Ducati. Clapping at the Gottis. Listening to Slick Rick, the ruler, Dougie Fresh, Lottie Dottie. These niggas see through like aloe vera. I'm a remnant of the Biggie era. With my niggas, they was big on terror. Lance Rivera, mafia shit. We reporting live straight from the front lines, Al Jazeera. I'm living off experience like Al Qaeda, Jada. My haters have only made me greater. Death before dishonor. These niggas lack loyalty, so it's royalty over traitors. My neighbors try to no avail to turn a nigga hawked off like Vader. Since they thumbed through the pages of the fader. Seen a Naga posing like Harper Crotch, standing on them gators, slamming Cadillac doors, elevators, like Big Boy and Andre 3 stacks. Shit, I started out heavy, show 3 stacks. Now on top of the game like the ski racks. On top of the Range Rover, game over. God MC, me, Young Fillmore. Sound clashing with these niggas like King Addies and Biltmore. Till then, you niggas online, we in the building.
Go and scan that QR. Yeah, scan the QR code if you want to get that SoundCloud. Scan that QR code right there. You get on the SoundCloud for free. This is no charge to you. You get the experience, the discography, the catalog, so that you cannot hear in different. You'll never hear this on the streaming platform. We don't have our music on a streaming platform, y'all. We do not have our music on a streaming platform. You only will find it on a SoundCloud. These are never heard before songs that people in a lot know. It's like the lost tapes, but it's a part of the 50 for 50. But yeah. Treasure trove right here. You know what I'm talking about? Road to All. Dolph. Featuring the Ghetto Shaman. All right. Shout out to the Ghetto Shaman. Ghetto Shaman was very responsible for these earlier songs that you're hearing in this era. He was our producer. He's the one who saw a lot of talent, a lot of potential, and brought it out of me and Blue. We was in Atlanta 2010, 2011. We linked up with Soul Messiah, Rock. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I'm going to play that song too before I get out of here. That's what I'm going to end it with, the Rock song. But yeah, we was going in. You know what I mean? So salute to him for seeing what he saw in us and for bringing us to the booth and allowing us to express ourselves and making these classics.
Immortal. Red Pill. Royal Immortal. Red Pill. Blue Pill. Ghetto Shaman. Iron sharpens iron. Let's see. We bleed ink. The pen is mightier than a sword, my lord. So I write the end like the opposition. Channel divine by intuition. My composition, the proven method over competition. Listen, the facts glisten. Bling, bling. 85ers never see a thing except them shiny rings and things we sing about. Bring them out. It's hard to yell with the knowledge in your mouth. So I just talk to them, walk through them. Like a heavenly ghost, I prosume. I got disciples on the job like the mob. See me in the streets and you will get robbed of your ignorance for speaking fake jewels. A shaman of the ghetto, yes, I keep those tools. Yeah. Red Pillar.
If I showed you the top Illuminati, would you turn into all to Rugatti? Sending shots to their mind, soul and bodies. Sort of shotties. Hanging out of the top of the Maserati or the back of the Bugatti. New Jack wedding scene on the back of the Ducati. Clapping at the Gottis. Listening to Slick Rick, the ruler, Dougie Fresh, Lottie Dottie. These niggas see through like aloe vera. I'm a remnant of the Biggie era. Where my niggas, they was big on terror. Lance Rivera. Mafia shit. We reporting live straight from the front lines, Al Jazeera. I'm living off experience like Al Qaeda, Jada. My haters have only made me greater. Death before dishonor. These niggas lack loyalty. So is royalty over traitors. My neighbors try to no avail to turn a nigga heart off like Vader. Since they thumbed through the pages of the beta. Seen a Naga posing like Harper Crotch, standing on them gators. Slamming Cadillac doors, elevators. Like Big Boy and Andre 3 stacks. Shit, I started out heavy, show 3 stacks. Now on top of the game like the ski racks. On top of the Range Rover, game over. God MC, me, Young Fillmore. Sound clashing with these niggas like King Addies and Biltmore. Till then, you niggas online, we in the building.
All right, this is the last song right here. This is Gold Onks featuring Blue Pill, Rock, Red Pill.
People's not just perishing from a lack of knowledge, they getting massacred. So we drop jewels, but fools walk by them gyms on the floor like boys out in Africa. Diamonds, rubies, it's kinda loony what niggas would do to get their wrists set. And baguettes, VVS, where treasures is kept in case of shipwreck. Them fortunes won't do nothing for you in the coffin. But man's destiny is to morph in the stars, suns, nebulas, etc., etc. So fuck what you're sporting or what you're talking. It comes down to how you walking. It determines if you're earning your wings or stepping on that stairway to heaven. Nah, I mean, are we speaking to metaphorically? What's the use of following tradition? Broadcasting these transmissions orally, mouth to ear, if my peers not down to hear.
Shout out to Soul Messiah on the beat.
I'm sitting on my mic stand. Guys in the corner acting as my hype man. Yup, gotta go. I'm sitting on my mic stand. Guys in the corner acting as my hype man. Yup, my greatest triumph, severed into your memory, was forming from the blackest waters, matter out of energy. You ain't ready for the gems that drip from my saliva. Adventuring in amethyst and earth from out the Maya. Solace in the silence, making peace with the darkness. 3 times I stand alone, amazed at the starkness. Deep like the base of the cavern. Peep that ledge for you tip into the chasm. I ain't never met nobody living who was better than me. Sparked up from the fire, ain't no settling me. Molecules vibrate, push against the force field. Cold truth, hard to swallow like a bitter horse pill. Open up wide, take the jewel with a chaser. Hiding from reality don't make you any safer. Keep getting tested till you learn how to ace them. Then the chips fall where you place them, place them, place them. Sitting on my mic stand, guys in the corner acting as my hype man. Yup, gotta go. I'm sitting on my mic stand, guys in the corner acting as my hype man. Yup,
I'm not debatable, non-degradable. My shit be obligatory, blogger worthy. Your shit be derogatory, made up like the jogger story. Full of frauds, times is hard for the gods on the boulevard. Buck 50 in the bullet scars, but for those who can relate, times are great. We puffin' herbs, the second coming of the Zuckerbergs. The power of the now, you can't wait for tomorrow. No more drowning in your sorrows. Give the European back his religion, curse the children of Pizarro. We building for tomorrow, no more drowning in your sorrows. Kilimanjaro, the mountain view. All I see is abundant land and a boundless lot. You can't make it to the top drinking Mountain Dew. My accountant knew if I ruled the world, I'd give $1 billion apiece to Herc and Bam. I make a law that every working man, even niggas with the work in hand, even shorties with the purse in hand, the Louis and the Gucci's and the Birkenstans will have to pay him tribute or move they monkey ass back to Turkestan.
I'm sitting on my mic stand, guys in the corner acting as my hype man. Yup, gotta go. I'm sitting on my mic stand, guys in the corner acting as my hype man. Yup.
And we got to end it with the song that everybody was familiar with, the KTL University song. This is the one. This is the song that branded us around the world 13 years ago. This is our intro song to our legendary radio show. I'm going to end it with this, and then we're going to be out of here. Once again, before, I play it, and then we'll wrap it up. All right? KTL University, y'all.
What you could see, isn't it? One man crazy, 3 very sane spectators.
If you stripping and get through college, instead of Gucci shoes, spend a few chips on the knowledge. You need to know the ledge. This is not the time for blowing bread. So it's said. You are now rocking with the best. You know it's red. You know it's blue. We wishing you the best. You know it's true. Out of murky waters, the lotus grew. Out of murky waters, the lotus flew. 50 cent soda blue. Look at what we doing with the knowledge. We developing a cyber college, building a machine with these cyber dollars. We brought you the hottest breed of scholars to water your minds with alkaline seeds of knowledge, to resurrect the lost city in the sea of knowledge. I'm from the Brooklyn Zoo with a sign spread. Don't feed the scholars, know the ledge. Every Tuesday and Friday, at least 2 hours. Broadcasting from Ground Zero, superheroes, the new Twin Towers, red and the blue, the new Jack Bowers. 24 hours of black or more power. Hotep, Islam, peace, God, shalom. Welcome home. No a man should have all of that power. Return of the superhead rules in this age of water bearing. We in the matrix, auto staring. Hydroplaning down the information highway. Hanging out the window, shooting at the agent sideways. 9 p.m. Tuesdays and Fridays. It's Tuesday. If you coming at it sideways, you can say I did it my way. The good Dr. Sinatra. I'm Bojangle, the fallen angel. The church of Satan. When we gonna see the church
debating, the earth's awaiting. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the earth is shaking. We birth the nation, we percolating. We easy to swallow. The information is hard as hell. The pills is in circulation. Impersonations, hard to tell. The Smurfs is hating. Somebody go run, tell Gargamel.
Oh, please don't be frightened. I'm terribly sorry about this.
I bring my life to the table. I bring my wife to the table. I bring health, wealth, knowledge, and self to the table. I bring no to ledge TV to the table. Conscious cable. I bring no to ledge radio to the table. Conscious radio. Conscious Wikipedia. I bring DVDs, books, no to ledge media to the table. Killing fables to the families of the royals. I bring Kings County to the table. Return to royalty. The melanated Clark Gables. Soldier culture to the tables. The superhead rules to the tables. I bring 7 heaven seed balls to the table. Soul gold water to the tables. Red and blue, the Big Daddy Kane. Ready, willing, and able to walk you through my sables. Full length sables. Back from the future like Bishop and Cable. To introduce the freshmen to the X-Men. In all of their uncanny excellence.
No question, class is in session. Report to the chat room, pen and pad in hand. You wanna be there early and beat the caravan. People storming the gate to get a plate. Them lines packed like the Happy Land. Either open up with the latest cuts or them rap tunes. They're bumped by the latest trucks. From 9 to 11, we do it in the dark. Like we used to do it in the park for the most part. From the very second that the show start, you witness and composed off, think Mozart, huh? The love received so far has been so hard. There's a few dudes to front, but they medullas ain't sharp, man, they so soft. Don't be thrown off, they need soul off. Avoid them at all costs, like raccoons or skunks. But back to the regular scheduled program. The program is sponsored by 7 Heaven. What else in hell can you get an open line to heaven at 11:11? Emerge out the other end of those meditation portals as elevated mortals, even some immortals. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Learn courtesy of KTL University. Aha. Certainly courtesy of KTL Universal. Let's go.
To this day.
What? Yeah. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a sample. Scan the QR code to get access to the playlist. Scan the QR code to get access to the SoundCloud. The SoundCloud will not be the only thing for the 50 or 50, the 50 for 50, but you will have access to this vast catalog that you could very much add to your playlist, share with your friends. Just spin. It's all yours. Like, it's all yours. Just do it. Do what you have to do with it, man. Enjoy it. It is a sonic treat. It is something that will take you to places that you probably never even thought that you can go musically. I promise you. A lot of treats, a lot of excitement, a lot of things to discover in that treasure trove. Go ahead and have fun and just respect it. You know what I'm saying? And just know that all of that will be, man, the AI, what the AI does, it brings the remastering. The remastering. I could take those songs and run it through Suno, right? Because as you can hear those songs, some of those songs sounded a little, they're not mastered, right? They're not mastered. So they got the AI now that I can master that. I could clean that up. Feel me? Even though I like how it sounds raw, to be honest with you, I will offer 2 versions. Now, what's really ill is I'm just showing you all of this ahead of time before Slice and Bully gets on the show, because they're about to show you. And then before H Factor gets on the show and he brings on the owner of Yap It, okay? Yap It Music as well. I'm about to blow your minds. I'm just giving you the preliminaries by showing you my SoundCloud. That's just me playing the SoundCloud. Like, but wait till you see what we're gonna do with these songs in the form of being able to get paid now for your music in a real way. Not no speculatory, no. I have my crypto wallet with my songs in it. I got my crypto wallet with my songs in my. Why is my song in my crypto? Not why, but how is my song? How is Red and Blue Purple like Prince inside of my MetaMask? Question. How is it in my Rabby? How is it in my Phantom? You got to ask these questions, and I got the answers. Shout out to Brother Heru. Brother Heru had a live today, a live Zoom. Me and him was actually supposed to go live last night, but there was a time conflict and whatnot. It was on my behalf, but he was going to do a show. He had a free Zoom showing brothers and sisters how to sign up for these quote unquote accounts, these trading accounts, because a lot of people talk about trading and they don't have trading accounts. So he did a free Zoom to show everybody how to get this thing done so you could get right, because now is the time to literally get right. If you know what you're doing with the stock options and other things, with all of this fluctuation is going on in the market and people betting and putting shorts on things or whatever's going on, we need to tap in with the God and whatnot. He is definitely well qualified. He has the receipts, he has the wisdom, he has the knowledge, and he'll bring you on and show you the proof. So Brother Heru is going to come back to the show very, very soon. We are going to hopefully we'll be able to repeat the Zoom, or we'll be able to have him bring a new one. But he has some gifts for y'all. A lot of people have gifts for y'all. We're going to do some unboxing and unwrapping. This is a very long show. Saturday Night Live. I'm in New York. I'm in the city. It's lit. We turned up. We got mad things that we doing. Listen, the pop-up. Scan this QR code if you are in New York City and you're going to come to the pop-up. All right. We want you in the building. Melanin Mondays and Techno Tuesdays IRL in NYC, Brooklyn to be exact. No, Nicholas Bookstore to be exact. Nicholas Bookstore to be exact. We will be at Nicholas Bookstore in BK. Make sure y'all are in the building. Y'all already know what it is, my New York family. We are outside. We got vendors. We got food. We got music. We got knowledge. The next we're gonna do on Monday, we're gonna talk about Third Eye at Last. Third Eye at Last. Right. Let me throw the fly up there. Third Eye at Last. Hosted by King Simon. Special guest, Red Pill, of course, but I have special guests pulling up. We're gonna get metaphysical. We're gonna go scientific, and we're gonna go occult. Then on Sunday, on the next day, Techno Tuesdays, we're going to get into this AI, this fantasy complex AI through the eyes and the lens of the Imaginarium. Okay, so this is Third Eye at Last. We'll have music being played, some of the music that you heard, along with new music from the 50, right? The 50 for 50. And then on Tuesdays, Imaginarium. This is going to be a preliminary launch for the this is 11/11. We on 11/11, so we manifesting. So Imaginarium is one of my biggest ventures ever that I've ever done. It's the biggest one so forth, right? So 11/11 is when we're going to open it up. We're going to have people come in and whatnot. We're going to open our doors. We're going to bring everybody in, and it's going to be a magnificent show, live, IRL, studio audience, Brooklyn to be exact, Nicholas to be exact. Make sure they're in the building. Scan the QR code. Get your tickets. We'll also be streaming. We're not streaming. We're going to have a live stream for people online to see, but this will not be on YouTube because of the fact that we have copyrighted material, and we don't want to be playing anything where we could get flagged for it, and they take the channel, or they strike the channel, or they do anything. So we're going to be going through Zoom where we're protected. So we have the tickets on sale. We will see you Monday, Tuesday. This is the lead up to the birthday, November the 14th on Friday. On that day, we have the 50 for 50. And then the next day, we have events, sipping prompt, smoke, puffing prompt. And we also are going to be doing an episode, filming a production, real cameras, real lights. You got to sign, we're going to do a casting and all that before that. But we'll also be doing some of the shows that we've been talking about. So look out for that. Peace, love, and light to the family. I will tap in with you. Sacrilegious Sundays. Check out Blue Pill for Mineral Ministries. That is coming up. Mineral Ministries. That's coming up tomorrow. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you comment. And yeah, y'all stay dangerous. Peace.
Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Get to know the letter, sacrilegious Sunday to Melanin Monday. You can get to know the letter, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.